Saturday night tailgate.
Were you singing a lovely tune there?
Yeah, I was singing Red Kingdom, but I was singing it with Chiefs Kingdom. I should. I don't know.
Shouldn't do that anymore.
I shouldn't.
How you guys doing tonight? Good to see everybody here on the Saturday night tailgate. Mike, you got a game against the Bears tomorrow.
Man, we
Oh, Bears.
do. I'm
The Bears.
excited. I'm ready to watch some football.
Yeah, me too, man. I'm ready to watch some real football. I'm tired of watching all that fake football where the Chiefs aren't playing.
Me
What is
too.
that garbage?
I just not seen your poll. Steve's got a poll up. Says how many passing touchdowns for Mahomes versus the Bears? 1, 2, 3, or
The
4.
Bears.
Where's the 7 or 8? No, I'm joking. I
Put
think
it
he's
in the
going to go
chat.
for a 3 bomb tomorrow. Oh, people are saying 4. People say he's dropping a 4 bomb.
Because it's as high as it can go.
As high as it can go.
If I would have put 8, they would have picked 8, baby. Because it's going to be the get right game for the Chiefs in this offense.
It's the get right game. Is any of those 4 touchdowns going to go to Rashee Rice or Justin Ross?
One each.
Please, God.
Oh,
Dude, if there was one each, the Chiefs Kingdom's collectively going to explode with horned up emotion. But it would be the right amount. It would be the right amount of horny, though. It really would, because it's time. We got to see these guys on the field. Did you guys watch the video we put out? I don't think you did. Not many people did. But I'll say this. You should go back and watch it, because you guys were telling us all week, it's time. It's time. The receivers have looked like hot garbage. Let's just let those 2 guys get out and play some more. Some Ross and Rice, the Ross-Rice combination. We're ready to see it, too.
little
I think
R&R.
we need to see it. Little R&R. We need a little R&R. Andy needs a little R&R.
Yeah. Hey, if you guys would like to see Justin Ross and Rashee Rice get a little more work this week, hit that like button right now. Let's get this thing going, baby. If you're new to the channel, appreciate you joining us. We're all chiefed up. We do Chiefs content all the freaking time. So hit that sub button. But yeah, man, I'm pumped for the game tomorrow, Mike. I think
too.
it feels like a much needed game where the Chiefs should win comfortably and we should be able to relax and everybody can get themselves right. They can execute at a higher level and just build some confidence with these guys, man. That's what I'm hoping for. I don't want it to be one of those games where it's like, why is this close?
Can the Chiefs be Oregon and Chicago be Colorado today? Could that be what happened? Still rocking the prime. You know what? Everybody takes a beating now and then. I would have expected
every once in a while.
I mean, look, we beat down Bill Belichick to the point they thought Tom Brady was going to retire, and then they won the Super Bowl, so it's okay. It'll be okay.
Yep.
We need a big win this week. I want a big win. I want a nice, comfy win. We never get that in Kansas City. It's very rare we beat anybody by over, 14, 10?
It's always pretty close. We need it to be a bigger gap there for everybody's health, for everyone's mental health and physical health. We need them to start winning games by more than that. Mike, I bet the average win under Andy Reid is like 5 points.
Dude, you'd be lucky probably.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's always a close one.
Guess what the highest win the Chiefs have ever got? Keep in mind, this was against the Broncos, September 7th, 1963. So it was a September game. Guess how much we beat the Broncos by?
36.
52.
Damn.
52. Let's break that record tomorrow.
Those poor donkeys.
Poor donks. The donkeys suck. I hate the Broncos. That is a franchise. Their poverty, I don't like them. I love that they're in shambles. Sean Payton seems to have bit off way more he could chew. They suck.
Yeah.
I want to beat them like a drum this year.
It's going to happen. But first, we beat the Bears. Let's beat the Bears, take care of business there. But yeah, Mike, like you said, it's a much-needed win. I know it was a good win last week. It was a good, tough win against a playoff team last week. So I'm happy with last week. But I still wasn't happy with what I got to see from the offense. I feel like this is a game where they get it right. The defense can continue to play well, even though they're missing some key pieces. So we do have Nick Bolton out for the game, which is kind of strange because he went back into the game after the injury last week. And then he was like listed as questionable. Like I figured he'd be playing. But maybe they figured since it's the Bears and they have a guy named Drew Tranquill on the team, they didn't need to risk it. Just let him rest.
Yeah, that's what I think. I had thought Nick Bolton was going to play hands down. I mean, he come back in after the injury and played against Jacksonville. I'm hoping it's nothing crazy. Like maybe they're just, again, it seems like they shield Chiefs Kingdom from actual news when it comes to injuries. They're like, let's not just tell them the full extent. They'll freak out. So they're just like, eh. But, yeah, let's hope that it's nothing more than maybe it's just a little sore. We don't really need them too bad. I don't think Nick Bolton is going to sway the game one way or the other. I think we're fine with Drew Tranquill. Drew Tranquill is going to be just fine playing middle linebacker. I really think so.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's why they went and got him, Mike, because he's that guy.
Don't you tell me that.
Do what?
Don't you tell me why they got Drew Tranquill. They got Drew Tranquill because he has a hot wife.
Might have something to do with it. Maybe.
Brett Veach. He's wild, baby.
Brett Veach's a little wild. Right. So I guess let's just talk about the game a little bit, Mike. Like what are we expecting to see? And then I guess with that, what are you hoping to see? As far as
okay, go ahead.
Just in general, like as a whole, like you can touch on anything.
I'm expecting to see more of the same from the offense. I think Andy is a little stubborn. I think you're going to continue to see a lot more passing than running, sadly. I think
that's a given.
Right. I think our offensive line continues to get better. I don't think we've played horrible. I think the defense continues to play well. I don't know. We could have a little bit more of a letdown this week than we've had in weeks past because of Nick Bolton not being there. My mistake. Sorry, something fell. Because Nick Bolton's not there. But I'll say this. I don't think it's going to be that big of a drop-off. But if they score a few touchdowns, it wouldn't surprise me none. Basically because they suck so bad that I believe the Chiefs may overlook some of their abilities sometimes. Yeah, does that make sense? Like usually when the Chiefs play a team, they play down to the team.
They have a bad Andy Reid teams have a bad habit of doing that.
Right.
Yes.
So I expect them again to play down to the team. And if they have a little bit of a squander here and there with some points, it doesn't surprise me. But I do hope the offense gets its crap together. Let's put it that way.
Right. Well, I'm expecting them to actually go out here and have a comfortable win. Like I fully expect the offense to get back on track this week. I think we saw them kind of coming together a little bit in the second half of last week. I think they can build off of that. Kelsey's back. It'll be a second game back in, obviously, and that always helps. I do think they continue to use Noah Gray quite a bit like they did last week. Even with Kelsey getting healthier by the day, I think they still use Noah Gray quite a bit. So I'm expecting that. I think it's going to be a good game for the offense. I think they score the most points they've scored so far, which don't take much. What is it, 17? Is that the high this year?
I think
so. Yeah,
20.
I think we see a more familiar Chiefs as far as the offensive side of the ball goes. I guess what I want to see, I want to see the defense completely just absolutely shut this team down. Like I know pitching a shutout in the NFL is a little difficult, but I'd like to see them get 3 at the most, maybe 6. I want to see this defense continue to punish teams and build on what they're doing, even without Nick Bolton.
Hey, this is going to surprise a lot of people, by the way. Sorry to cut you off, but I just now looked up. Since Andy Reid's been here in 2013, do you know what our largest margin of victory has been?
It's probably that Patriots game.
It is not.
Let me think. Then. Hold on. What was that one? That was like a 44-3 or something stupid.
That one was 41-14.
Okay.
That was in 2014, so that was his second year here. He actually did this. They accomplished this feat in 2021 against the Raiders, 48-9, a 39-point win.
Yeah, I remember that.
But look, in 2018, we beat the Bengals 45-10, 35-point difference. In 2015, he beats Detroit 45-10. In 2013, first season here, we beat Washington 45-10. We beat the Raiders in 2018 35-3. In 2019, we beat the Raiders 40-9. In 2015, we beat the Chargers 33-3. Andy has actually had a 39-point differential And let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's beat 7 teams by 30 or more. He's beat 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 teams by more than 24. And he's beat 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. 24 teams by more than 20. So as much as we don't think Andy lights teams up, he's in his years, he's done it 24
They'll do it from
times.
time to time, but I'm just saying, like, as good as the Chiefs have been over the last few years with Mahomes, should be a lot more.
You would think.
There should be a lot more. For sure. I mean, I'm kind of with Lewis on this one. I know Lewis can be a negative Nancy at times, but I don't think that Andy Reid has a killer instinct. I feel like that's what gets Andy in trouble sometimes, is because he don't put his foot on their throat and just put them away in the second half. He toys around and it's just, I don't know. I feel like he don't have that killer instinct. I do, however, feel like Andy seemed a little more ruthless last season than he did in the seasons prior to that. So I'm hoping maybe he's leaning more towards that, especially with a team that can, a defense that can get out there and shut teams down. You live there, buddy?
Yeah, I was counting. Since Mahomes has been quarterback, he's beat a team. Mahomes and the Chiefs have won by more than 20 points 7 times. That's it, out of Mahomes' entire career. So I guess you're right. I think you would think 7 times. You would think at least twice. Well, that's about average. About twice a year is what he's beaten teams by more than 20. You would almost think with a 17-game season, we would blow somebody out by 3 touchdowns at least 3 or 4 times a year. As good as we are. Like, we should do that this week against the Bears. We should beat at least one of the games against the Raiders. We should beat them by 21. At least one of the games against the Broncos, we should beat them by 21. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, you would think we could do it more than twice a year, but I guess not so much.
Like I said, it just feels like it should be much more. Like, as good as this team is, a lot of the competition we play, we tend to play down to them instead of blowing them off the field. And I want to see the killer mentality. I want them to go out and embarrass teams. I don't care. Like if I'm Andy Reid, I don't worry about optics or anything like that. Who cares? Like, just go out there and do it. And I think that's how you get better too. You have to be playing 100% at all times. If you don't, somebody's going to sneak up and bite you in the ass, Mike, like the Colts did last year.
It's true. Yeah, when you play teams close, you let officials get in the game. You let
too much stuff happen.
Well, like even the Lions game, you let that Kadarius Toney drop there at the end seemingly beat you, but it's like, well, there was way more problems.
Should have been,
drop.
Yeah,
of course, Kadarius caused it with his pick 6, but you know what I'm trying to say. Like, it's a culmination.
Well, I mean, that's the thing about what did the Lions score that game? 21?
21-20 or something like that?
21-20. Yeah, we should beat any team that scores 21 points. I mean, there's never a game I don't think Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs offense should score less than 21 points. Ever.
Right. It was 21.
I don't care who they're playing. I don't care if they're playing the freaking 49ers.
Dude, Jacksonville scoring 9 points. That's huge. I would have never thought that we would have kept Jacksonville's high-powered offense out of the end zone, and I would have never thought 9 points was a possibility. I would have thought no way we hold them to under what we held Detroit to, and Detroit scored 21.
Our
again,
defense is legit, brother.
7 was on Kadarius, but still, that's crazy to think about that, and the fact that we only won 17-9, like we should have beat that team 30-9. If our offense goes, you know what I'm saying? We should have beat Detroit 40-21.
Right.
Like if we're as high powered as we have been in years past, that just kind of shows you with our defense, our offense, I guess, it just shows you how out of sync we are. And again, the first game we missed Kelsey. The second game was his first game back, and he didn't look that great. I did go back and rewatch some of it. I went back and rewatched Andy Reid's first 15 because I thought that was very telling. A lot of people are like, well, Ross and Rice isn't going to get any snaps because they don't run a lot of 3 wide receiver sets. They don't run a lot of 4 wide receiver sets. In Andy's first 15, we ran 0 4 wide receiver sets, so that's right. But we ran a lot of 3 wide receiver sets. We ran a lot of 11 personnel. Like, I want to say out of the first 15, 10 of them at least were 3 wide receiver sets. But again, who got all the snaps? It was Sky Moore, MVS, Justin Watson. That's the top 3. And I noticed Rice only come on the field in the first 15, 1 snap. Justin Ross come on the field in the first 15, 1 snap. And they both, I'm pretty sure, come in for MVS. And MVS took more snaps than anybody on the offense besides Travis Kelsey.
Right.
So MVS ain't coming off the field, which means Rice and Ross isn't coming on the field. That's what I've noticed. And that's exactly why I think it's a pipe dream asking for more time for Ross, and maybe Rice gets more, but Ross definitely. I feel like Ross is only on the field when MVS comes off. Sadly.
Yeah. Well, you want to see more production out of MVS too, right? I mean, for as many snaps as he's getting, he hasn't done a whole lot. Whether it's his fault or not, I don't know. Couldn't tell you. But there's just something off there. Like, I feel like that's got to get together. We talked about that before the season even started. Like, him and Mahomes got to get on the same page. Like, their chemistry is not great. It wasn't all last season.
With MVS? Is that your
Yeah, if they can get that straight, I think MVS could be dangerous. But it's just like,
I think MVS has all the tools to be good. Yes, he needs to high point the ball and fight for the ball a little better. Yes, he needs to do a better job of keeping the play alive because we know Mahomes is going to scramble the pocket. It's inevitable. Even if the pocket's clean, Mahomes is going to get out of there. Like, that's what he does. If his first, second read's not open, Mahomes is running. He's getting out. He's moving.
right.
So MVS has just got to get a little better at that. But what I did notice in the first 15, exactly what we said was going to happen last week. Once you get out of the first 15, it becomes you start adjusting to what everybody's doing. But that first 15 is all Andy Reid and the coaches and the quarterback.
He doesn't stray from it ever either. He'll go straight through it no matter what.
Right. And so when you looked at that, I mean, I could almost bring it up and show you exactly what happened. It was hilarious. But we were completely right. They force-fed Kadarius Toney. Like, I think on the same drive, he had 3.
We knew that was going to happen after that first week's performance.
Yeah, drive number 1 was a 3 and out. But I want to say, like, after the first 3 plays, between play 4 and play 11, it was Kadarius Toney. And they were all designed quick screens to Kadarius Toney. Every one of them. So they force-fed Kadarius Toney just like we said.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that
with
anytime. I think they should do the same thing to Sky Moore. They should do the same thing to Rasheed Rice. Like, let these guys get in and get a little confidence and get some opportunities to break some plays open, you know? Like, I think they all have that ability. Toney, Sky Moore, and Rasheed Rice all have that kind of yak ability. Why not give them the opportunities?
Right.
I would much rather see that than a ball thrown into triple coverage against Justin Watson.
Exactly. Well, here's this. I don't know if everybody's seen this today. You said you had heard this already, but they have said Kadarius Toney. Jordan Schultz reports it, NFL Insider.
Yep.
He's listed as questionable, but it says he is expected to play versus the Bears. Toney, I'm told, worked out Saturday and quelled any concern the team may have had. The medical staff will take one more look at him in the morning, but Toney will be a go, barring anything expected. And then here's a nice little picture of Kadarius Toney.
Right. Same with Pacheco. They're expecting Pacheco to play as well. He had that hamstring injury that he's been nursing, but they're both expected to go. I think the only person that's not going to be playing besides Richie James and MCL is Nick Bolton.
Right.
So shouldn't be a big deal. Shouldn't be a big deal against the Bears. So I think we're pretty much full strength. It's hard to say you're full strength without Nick Bolton on the field, but pretty much because we have a nice little replacement for him now with Drew Tranquil. So
right, I ran through. I want to talk about this first 15 just a few more times though, because I did go through this. People were asking me, "What's it going to be for who's losing playing time? Who's got to gain playing time? What's this? What's that?" But first, before I get into that, Corey, our boy Corey M. With a sweet Batman logo, with a 10 bomb. Thanks for all the great Chiefs coverage, guys. We appreciate you, Corey. And yes, we try. Again, this isn't our full-time job. We're trying to get there. But my God, do we put enough time in that it should be our full-time job?
Yeah, that's why we always look like zombies and we're always tired. Yeah. But, you know.
We're always tired looking like zombies.
Definitely appreciate the support, Corey. And, we're going to keep putting out good Chiefs content. So, appreciate you, my man. Everybody put some legendaries in the chat for Corey.
Legendaries for Corey. But by the way, we talked about, you remember last week, Steve, we done a kind of a raffle. If you give a $5 donation, we'd throw you in for a Chiefs hat. Wasn't that what it was?
The Wheel of Death.
The Wheel of Death. I think this week we'll do a Wheel of Death and we'll give away an ACU Crew t-shirt for every $5 donation you can get on the board. You want to do that?
Let's freaking go.
That's a fun little
Let's
game
do
we
it,
had
baby.
last week. And
Everyone loves the Wheel of Death.
Right. So we'll throw the Wheel of Death up. And so Corey with his 10 bomb gets two
entries
into the Wheel of Death. And we'll do it that way.
I like it.
Why not? It's kind of cool. We get the ACU crew, the white, iced out ACU
white.
crew. The icy white.
I need one of those. I know I want one. I got a new pair of Air Force Ones today.
Yeah.
I needed some shoes. So I got the icy white Air Force Ones, and that would be perfect to wear with those. I'm going to get one.
So Corey M. And he gets to be on the board.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Okay. Yeah, I like that idea, Mike. Let's do that. That was fun last week. Everybody likes. Is anyone opposed the Wheel of Death in the chat? I think everybody likes the Wheel of Death, right?
I don't think anybody's opposed to the Wheel of Death, are they?
Corey Maybe we need like a cage match, like a Hell in the Cell, K. Wayne versus Lewis Cutler.
Check out the new Wheel of Death, by the way. Can you see the new Wheel of Death? I'll throw it up.
Oh,
look, Chiefs colors with a little all chiefed up in the middle. Corey M on the board twice. If you want that name on there, $4.99 donation, and you may win this icy white ACU crew T-shirt. Appreciate you, Corey. By the way, legendaries and catch ups for Corey. Let's go back to this. What I was looking at. So the first 15 versus Jaguars. A lot of people was asking, Mike, who played the snaps? Where did it go? What's this? I went in and I figured it all out. I went through the first 15. It took me about 20 minutes because I was doing it on my TV with a Roku because I was tired and I just kind of wanted to lay in the bed because I never get any time to sit. But this is what I did. Here it is. First play, they were in 12 personnel. So 12 personnel is what you're going to notice is one running back, two tight ends, Gray and Kelsey. And then you'll have two wide receivers. That's a 12 personnel. And 11 personnel is three wide. So you have one running back, one tight end, three wide receivers. So there's your 11 and 12. That's all the Chiefs just about run are 11 and 12 personnels. There is a 13 personnel. That's three tight ends. I want to say the Chiefs has probably ran that 20 times tops last year. So you would have to have Gray, Kelsey, and Bell on the field at the same time to have 13 personnel. And then there's a 10 personnel, and that's four wide receivers, no tight ends on the field. We will never run that because Kelsey runs pretty much basically a wide receiver, right? So you're never hardly taking Kelsey off the field. So anyways, double tight end set, and the first play was a run to Pacheco. That is the only designed run in the first 15. Pretty incredible. Now, what I did notice is there was a few plays that looked like they were probably RPO, but Mahomes always overshot and was like, screw it, I'm passing the ball. Like Mahomes. So, see, that may be on Mahomes, too. Maybe Mahomes gets a little trigger happy and wants to pass the ball a lot, and he don't necessarily run the ball out of the RPO like you should because technically that's supposed to keep the defense on their heels. Are they running or passing? And if Mahomes is just pulling it and throwing it every single time, then what's Andy going to do, right? So maybe we've kind of went at Andy a little too hard, Steve. Who knows? But play 2, 11 personnel, so you had your 1 and your 3. And look, here's who they went with last week. So it was MVS, Tony, and Sky. So Tony actually took Justin Watson's 3, right? So he
should always be the top 3 receivers.
You would think, but Justin Watson was on the field in the first play.
Imagine that.
But that was that was a run block for sure. So maybe they think Justin Watson blocks better than Tony. Maybe they don't want to get Tony hurt on run blocking stuff. Who knows? Either way, so Pacheco ran it first play. MVS caught a pass in the second play. Third play was 12 personnel again. That is when they run the Sky Moore. And Josh Allen completely blew the play up and followed him all the way down the sideline. And we got a little zebra action here. The illegal touching on Donovan Smith, right? So that was the first 3. And then if you run up here to the next ones, I'll go through these a lot faster because nobody really cares. But you'll see MVS, Watson, and Sky.
Wake me up when you're done, sir.
Sorry. You'll see MVS, Watson, Sky, MVS, Watson, Sky, MVS, Sky, Tony. So you're noticing that MVS and Watson are getting a lot of snaps. Look, there's 5 snaps, and you have 5 for Kelsey, 5 for MVS. Also notice a lot of Pacheco early, so he must have actually got injured, and somewhere around play 12, you didn't hardly see Pacheco anymore. So he must have got injured somewhere around there, and that's when they pulled him. But what I did notice, and I'm just showing you guys, if you ever want to go through this, it's on X, Follow all Chief W and come on here. I'm going to start running out. I'm going to map out the first 15 every week just to see if I can find.
See what Andy's up to.
And
I think it's interesting to see what Andy considers to be the game plan against the team he's playing, because the first 15 should always kind of give that away, right? Like, what does he think is going to work against this team?
Right.
Or is it kind of like a bunch of small left jabs before he comes with the right hook? How does he play that, you think?
So check it. Play 5, it was a screen to Sky Moore. Play 6, quick hitter to Tony. Play 7, quick hitter to Tony. Play 8 was supposed to go to Kelsey. That wasn't a draw. I think Kelsey may have dropped that. I'm not for sure. It may have been the one that Mahomes threw behind him. Either way, play 9. Tony, what?
I'm just laughing at the chat.
What's going on in the chat? Mike's on a ramble.
Hey. Oh, no, I clicked the wrong one. Yeah. Mike is all hopped up on Mountain Dew. We got the Brian Parrott calls it the roster rant.
I haven't got up on the Mountain Dew yet. I'm just trying to show, though, that Kadarius Toney was involved early and often. MVS gets the majority of the snaps. And basically, Sky does too. So it's looking like Sky and MVS, and the only people he rotates is Toney and Watson. So that's what I'm trying to say. Like, at the end of it, Noah Gray had a lot of stuff. But look, here was Rice. It took him 13 plays to even be involved. And who'd they bring off the field? Not MVS or Watson. They brought off Sky Moore. So for Rice to play more, Sky Moore's going to have to come off the field. For MVS to play more, it looks like it's going to have to be, I'm pretty sure. Let me come up here and make sure before I just say it. Yeah, Ross. And look, Sky and Watson was on the field. So it's looking like Watson and Toney alternate. Sky Moore and Rashee Rice alternate. Justin Ross, MVS alternate. So to get more Rice, Sky has to sit. To get more Ross, MVS has to sit. And is Andy going to do that? I don't know. That's the moral of the whole story.
Rice or the white rice?
That's the moral of the story. I'm sorry I talk football. I'm sorry football bores everybody. I'm sorry. I thought it was a football channel. Sorry. We'll talk about something. What does Cole talk about?
What color?
What does Cole talk about over there?
On the third play of the game.
Everybody watches Cole. Hey. What does he talk about?
Hey, JT says, MVS, Sky, and Mid Watson. Whoever thought of that combo needs to be fired.
No idea why that's who they love. I really don't. I would rather see Toney over Watson, especially when people saying Toney was supposed to be our number 1. Isn't it odd that Watson took more snaps than Toney in the first 15? So obviously maybe Toney, still maybe the injury might be something. I don't know when he hurt his toe. I have no idea.
I mean, you have to give the coaches the benefit of the doubt with what they do, right? Because that's their job. That's what they know more about football than we do, obviously. But like, what do you think their reasoning is for so much Justin Watson? Like, do you think is he legitimately better than everyone on the team as far as receivers go? I mean, come on.
You do. You're probably going to have to horn me down with some cold water. I like football. I'm sorry. This is the thing. What do we have to see? Or you're asking why Justin Watson's getting so much playing time. From what I noticed, Justin Watson was open a lot. It's kind of odd, but he's open a lot. Mahomes don't always throw it to him. He's not always the first read, but Justin Watson's open a lot.
Well, so that was my question. I'm just saying, like, I'm sure a lot of people want to know, like,
right? He's
Justin
not covered.
Freaking Watson, right?
Justin Watson's actually open a lot. He was against Jacksonville anyway.
I feel like if you ask the average Chiefs fan, they would say that MVS, Sky Moore, Kadarius Toney are all, hands down, without a doubt, better than Justin Watson. They would say Justin Ross is better. They would say Rashee Rice is better. But Justin Watson is the one that gets all of.
Well, Lewis just said it. That's exactly right.
Is it because Mahomes or is it because Andy Reid?
Mahomes and Andy both think that Justin Watson can play, and they trust him. They trust him to run the right routes. They trust him to get open.
Mahomes is okay with the other cats too, man. I don't know.
I think so, but it's ultimately going to come down to the coaches, right?
Right. That was my question.
I think the coaches have to just like Justin Watson. And again, he was open. I think they trust him to run block better. That might be another thing. Maybe they trust him to run block more.
That's something that Rashee Rice has had trouble with so far. I did notice that when I went back and watched some of his stuff. It's not that he was a bad blocker per se, but sometimes he would get the wrong guy.
But Rashee Rice isn't subbing Justin Watson.
Yeah, I don't know.
be the sub for Sky Moore. But we did say that. Remember, we said if Sky was to get Juju snaps, and then we said Rashee Rice could possibly play some Juju. Like, it seems like he may have been the long-term solution for the Juju spot. Isn't that obvious that those
just
two would
put the ball
alternate?
in Sky Moore's hand a little bit more often? Let's just do that, and we'll be fine.
I want to see more. I just want to see more. For example, if MVS isn't going to get targeted and you're not going to target him, why does he need to run 54 plays?
Mike.
You can let Justin Ross run 20 of the 54, and you're not throwing the ball to him anyway, so what does it matter?
But we have 5 gifted from HD Chiefs fan. Appreciate you, my man.
HD.
Thanks for the support. And if you got a membership from him, make sure to tell him thanks in the chat and throw some legendaries in the chat for HD Chiefs fan.
Thanks, Richie. Daggone. I'm sorry.
Mike, none of us were being serious.
I know.
We're just giving you crap.
But you know what? Yeah, I mean, I'll be the first to admit I'm a nerd.
No, well, that's
football.
The thing. Like,
Steve, should I just go to RGR?
Yeah.
They like talking football. They like to break it down. So maybe I should just go join the team.
You're diving too far into it. Like that's what I was saying. Like on the third play of the game against the Jacksonville Jaguars, what color of underwear was Kadarius Toney wearing?
Everybody's probably like, I don't even remember the third play of the game. Everybody was drunk by then. They don't even remember.
Third play?
They were drunk in the pregame.
Probably.
Hey,
after watching the Lions game, of course they were.
If you get too drunk and can't remember, just come on over. I'll tell you what's happening, man. KY said I was going full Rain Man. I may have been.
I'm with you though. I do think it is interesting, kind of seeing what Andy's thinking with his first 15. So I do like that you're doing that. I will be keeping up with that. So I dig it. But yeah, we're gonna give you crap because it's fun and that's just what we do. JT says, why do we have to scheme and make plays for certain players? Just put the wide receivers out there and make Mahomes make the correct read. Well, the problem with that, JT, I
sort of agree with it.
I do agree with it. But the reason why they don't is because have you noticed how Mahomes has been making the correct read so often in the first 2 games?
Well, I believe what it is
well, I'm just saying, I love Mahomes. He's the best quarterback to ever get on the daggone football field, okay? I'm going to preface this with that. But he don't make the best decisions a lot of the time.
Sometimes, especially when they fall into that cover 2 shell.
Yeah,
he still can't figure that out.
No, he can't. For the life of me, I can't figure out why.
Look, if that's your Achilles heel, and people's been running this on you now for almost 2 full years, what gives? You know he's watching film on this and trying to beat this over and over and over. So why does it keep plaguing him?
Because he cannot stand checking the ball down.
I think it is. I think Mahomes is too much of a
It's literally
gunner.
In his DNA to gun the ball down the field as far as possible, or at least look for that.
You know what gets you out of the cover 2 shell more than Mahomes dumping the ball down?
Running the ball.
Running the ball and doing design screenplays. Just like they did with Kadarius
We should
Toney.
be doing a lot of design screenplays. That's kind of what I've been saying, Mike, with Rashee Rice and Sky Moore and even Kadarius Toney. They're all guys that if you put the ball in their hand, there's a little bit of space, they can break one. And we've seen Jerick McKinnon do it too. These are all guys, if you put the ball in their hand, they can make things happen. But we don't often just scheme up a tiny little play where we just get the ball to them in space, which is easy money, right? I don't understand why we don't do it. And like you said, design screenplays against the cover 2 shell, which drives Mahomes mad. It'll bring those guys up. It'll change a little bit. I don't know, man.
Hey, Nikki,
I don't know what
throwing out the football knowledge. She's right. The few plays I've watched with Rashee Rice and the few plays I've watched with Justin Ross, they don't sit down in the right spots on zone coverage.
Sky does, though.
Sky does. It's took Sky a year to get comfortable with that.
Right, but I think he does it. And that's a guy that I would like to see get the ball in some space. I've said before this season ever started, I really want to see Sky do a lot of what Juju was doing last year, which was finding that soft spot in the defense and just moving the chains, with 10-yard reception. But the difference is, first of all, Juju, he could break off a play. He's not the fastest guy in the world, but he could definitely break off a big play from time to time. But I think Sky Moore's Sky Moore's ability to do that is way more than his. And I don't know, man. That's just where I'm at with it.
No, but I think Nikki's onto something. I think the zone. I think when a lot of teams are dropping back into certain kind of zones. But again, that's where Andy, think about it. If he's got a top 15 or his first 15 or whatever, just say on that one play, it's already drawn up how they're running it. So when they get out there, it's a 50-50 shot. They're going to play against man-to-man or zone. It just so happens that every time they're getting on the field, they're going against a zone, and this route concept's not really working against that zone, and they're just not understanding how to, like, stop and find the – and why do you think he goes to Kelsey so much?
You know, I wish we could
Kelsey beats the zone.
Like, I legit wish we could talk to a player that has a pretty good responsibility in this offense that's out there quite a bit, just to pick their brains and be like, what's, you know, how much are we even close to what Andy's trying to do? Do you know what I'm saying?
If we was to get Sky Moore on the show,
right?
You think he's going to tell us?
Not saying he would. I was just saying if you could just talk to someone like that and like get an idea.
I mean, to be honest, he's safe. There's only going to be a couple thousand people,
right?
So.
But no, I would love to know like how far off base we are when we're just rambling about like what they should do or what they're trying to do.
Right.
I'm
going to guess probably pretty far.
Yeah, I'm saying that too, man. Like we talk about this and we'll like give our best guesses and stuff, but who knows, man? Like I'd love to know.
Well, I mean, look at ESPN. They'll do the same stuff, or NFL Live. They'll go in there and try to break down plays and do this and that. And they're like, well, your guys are not in the locker room either. Like you see it from an outside point of view.
No. I'm not saying that us in general. There. I just mean people in general. Like anyone that analyzes football. Because Mike, I'm not trying to toot our horns here, but I bet we're probably closer than 95% of the people that talk about this stuff.
Could be.
We know this team a lot more than a lot of people that are analyzing.
Yeah, it's about knowing the team. It's about knowing what Andy kind of wants to go to. And then again, It's about playing the game. And I've played, you've played, so we kind of get concepts and this and that, where a lot of people don't. You'll just kind of watch it and go on. Jeremiah says he still can't remember the second half of the Lions game. I'm going to break it down for you. Drop, drop, loss. There you go. And glad to catch you up there, my man.
You didn't miss anything, Jeremiah.
Bears and Sig stumbled on this live. Good luck, Chiefs fans. Hopefully we don't lose by more than 40 tomorrow. Come on now. You guys aren't going to – it's not going to be 40.
No. I mean, could it be? Yeah. Should it be? Maybe. But will it be? No.
No. I notice a lot of teams – not saying Bears and Cigars do that. Welcome, by the way. We appreciate you being here. And as long as you're not a jerk, nobody cares that you're here. The reason that I think a lot of teams sell themselves short, I'll get it out in a minute, on the Chiefs, is that the Chiefs are like, they're respected as like a juggernaut, right, at going out and scoring. But teams that are struggling always want this mentality, so that way when it's kind of closer, you don't feel bad. Like, you actually feel like you got to win. We used to do it when the Chiefs used to suck. I mean, so it is what it is. I remember, like, when Palco and them used to play, I'd be like, man, we're going to get beat by, like, 35-40. And then when we'd only get beat by, like, 20, I'd be like, yeah, they played better than I thought they would.
Those were rare games. No, man, the Bears, though, I don't know. I don't think Justin Fields is it for the Bears. Do you? Like, I'm not trying to be a jerk about it. I just don't think he's what they think he is.
Yeah, Justin Fields. I still kind of agree with Justin Fields. I think they've coached the player out of Justin Fields in a way. Like, when you draft Justin Fields, you know what Justin Fields is.
You know he's a one-read, run-the-ball type guy.
Right. So why draft him and then try to change him?
That's true.
That's like if
that was my whole point the other day, Mike. I'm not big on any Ohio State quarterback just because of the system they run. I feel like that like if you're banking on those guys that run a one read offense, like that, I don't know if that translates well to the NFL. Like even like Joe Burrow, like literally he had to go to LSU to like up his game. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong about that. It's just a misconception I have, but that's what I think of when I think of Ohio State quarterbacks. Is like guys that are not going to translate.
Yeah. I mean, who's the last really good Ohio State quarterback?
I can't think of one. That's my point.
I can't think of one off the top of my head either. CJ Stroud's not been horrible. I'm going to look it up.
I'm doing it. I got you.
Okay. Yeah, I'm kind of curious. Geez, I really can't think. I don't know any of them.
Let me see, man.
Joe Burrow?
Burrow had to go to LSU though. Like I said, that's the whole point. Like he went to LSU to even up his game.
If Burrow would have stayed with Ohio State, do you think he would have just been a bad quarterback? Because he wouldn't have learned anything.
I don't know.
Right?
That's what we're trying to figure out right here. I found a list, but it's all like older players.
Hey, 2-bomb from Enrique, by the way. Is Pat really forcing it if he never targets MVS? That's true. MVS really, I think people think of MVS as running a lot of deep routes and being a decoy. I've even said that. Why is he such a decoy? Blah, 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 blah. When I watched the tape, MVS didn't run many routes past 14, 15 yards.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's pretty strange,
actually. Well, another thing I've noticed too, Enrique, is when Pat's forcing, it doesn't necessarily mean he's throwing it. Like Pat will look for the deep ball so much that he misses so much wide open stuff underneath. And then by the time he starts progressing through his reads, it's too late. And then half the time he scrambles. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like when he takes his deep shots, or even when he has them, like that's another point I wanted to make. Even when he has the deep shots, a lot of times he hesitates and don't take it. Or he does like a little double hitch thing and then throws an interception because he second guesses himself.
Yeah, I feel like sometimes people, I don't know. It's hard to blame Mahomes because sometimes maybe we don't understand the concepts that he's supposed to know on that route.
No, that's what I agree totally. I'm just saying.
Like a lot. So look, after week 1, for example, and by the way, Enrique, thanks for it.
I appreciate it too, man.
My man, legendaries and catch up for Enrique. Brian Parrott says Snead gets a pick, so y'all STFU. That's not going to happen. But good luck. No, he might. I mean, come on. I think Steve could get a pick against, Justin Fields.
Snead's not the intercepting type, though. Like he has.
I mean, he's kind of a ball hog.
He is, but I feel like he enjoys watching the opposing receiver catch the ball more than he likes intercepting things himself. Though that's the vibe I get.
Right, and you know what? I brought up Brian Parrott's comment and totally forgot what I was talking about. Brian Parrott.
That's okay. Let's move on to this 5-bomb from HD Chiefs fan. He says, Nightbot's a communist. Mike jinxes the will of death, but I'm in on the shirt.
Oh, there you go. I'll add you to the board, HD.
Appreciate the 5. Yeah, for those of you that weren't here earlier, we're doing another Will of Death tonight. Any $5 dono or more, or $4.99 works too, obviously. I just say 5 because why not? It's $5. But $5 dono and up, you get a spot on the Will of Death, and at the end of the night, we're going to roll that thing for an icy white ACU crew shirt, which I have a picture of, if you give me 2 seconds, that looks like this. We'll be giving that away to whoever wins the Will of Death. So
it's a fun-looking shirt.
It is. I want one. I'm going to have to get myself one.
Thanks, HD Chiefs fan. Appreciate you. Put some legendaries in there for HD. JT says, has anyone ever noticed that Mahomes never changes the player audibles to better plays?
Yes.
He don't.
I swear that's something I've noticed too, JT.
That's why sometimes I'm like, is it Mahomes' fault, or does Andy reading them just like literally call the play and they're like, you do not like? Why would you not give Mahomes?
There's no way on this planet that Mahomes don't have the free reign to do that.
Do you think that's why they do RPO a lot, so that way Mahomes always has a run or a pass?
Well, I actually saw a comment, Mike, where someone said maybe the Chiefs don't run the ball because Mahomes isn't handing it off enough on the RPOs.
Right, that's kind of the point I made earlier.
But here's the thing about it. Mahomes is never going to hand that ball off if he doesn't have to. This is just one of those things. We talked about how they should stray from the RPO, just to take something else off Mahomes. If Mahomes didn't even have to make that first read, what do I hand this ball off or do I pass it? Like, does that not open up his vision to more reads as far as receivers go? And then,
Probably.
It just saves time. I don't know, man. I just feel like I'm not a fan of the RPO. But then again, I mean, Andy Reid's, made a living off of that. I mean, everybody's copying it, so it's not like it's a bad thing. But I don't know. Sometimes I just wonder what it'd be like if we didn't do that and there were more designed runs and maybe some play action. Like that, I don't know.
I hear you. Bears and Cigar says, we don't get any pressure on Mahomes. He's going to pick our defense apart. Eddie Jackson, our best safety, is out. I did see that.
Yeah, I saw that.
I did see where Eddie Jackson's out. Look, they don't even have our defensive coordinator right now. Who's even going to do that? Are they just going to, you're just going to wing it? Let's just going to play some backyard football. Who took over in the interim? Surely they give it to somebody. The defensive line coach, linebacker coach, safety coach, DB. Who knows?
What are you talking about?
The Bears.
What about them?
They don't have a defensive coordinator right now, do they? Who took it over?
Oh yeah, I forgot. They're having a week. They're having a rough time in Chicago.
Yeah, I mean, I still don't. We should beat the Bears, probably by 20 or more. But again, I don't trust Andy's always going to do that, and I don't trust that our offense is even in a spot to do it. What if we struggle against the Bears again with the offense? Does it start to worry a little bit? Is it starting to be worry time?
Yeah, a little. I mean, you have to think, man. I know they're 17 games now, not 16, but after week 4, you still essentially have a quarter of the season over. So if you don't get it right this game, and then you look slow in week 4, you've literally spent 25% of your season looking like garbage.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, if they can't do it against the Bears, who are missing a key piece of their defense, who's not even known to have a good defense, then yeah, you got some issues.
I agree. I think we got to get it together this week. I think if you have another mediocre, lackluster performance out of our wide receivers, I think then it starts becoming like, hey, Brett Beach may have missed the mark this year, right? Because it's fine to have – okay, it's fine what he's done with the receiving core in a way. It's fine to get younger. It's fine to want to bet on talent. But don't you kind of have to do that in waves? You don't just like wipe all the good – you know what I mean? Like you just don't go in with no vets. And you don't go
I guess they're considering MVS to be that guy. Like, that's the only thing I can think of is
Tony.
They really think that MVS is their vet guy.
Well, they signed back Justin Watson to 2 years, so I think they thought that he was him too.
But man,
it's weird, right? I don't get it. I don't know, but I
Mike,
think if you don't
listen, I don't know what it is.
Week.
I don't know what it is because I listen. I do not dislike Justin Watson. I don't. Like, he doesn't bother me whatsoever, and I think he's done pretty well with the Chiefs. He seems like a fine young man. But it irks me to no end that, like, we have to talk about it. Like, why are we in a position where we talk about Justin Watson being our receiver? Like, that's a little irritating. Am I wrong for that? Like, am I the only one that it just kind of irks that we're talking about our receivers and who should be getting targets and stuff, and we're talking about Justin Watson?
Let's think about this, though.
It bothers me.
Justin Watson, when you go back and watch the film, was open. I bet you he was open on 90% of his routes.
Like I just said, I don't think he's bad.
Is this a different conversation, though, if Mahomes just throws him the ball and he catches? Like, what if he's got 300 yards receiving right now, 2 touchdowns, and he hasn't dropped but 1 pass all year, and he's catching everything thrown his way? Then we're talking about how big of a steal he is. So he can't – the same way Mahomes can't go catch the ball, he can't throw himself the ball. So I'm just saying, like, when he's out there, he's getting open. What else can he do? And we're still calling him mid.
I get it. I understand. But
he's only mid because –
like, Mike, I'm not arguing that he's not doing his job, and I'm not arguing that he's good or what.
You're just saying you'd rather have a D-Hop out there for Mahomes to not throw the ball to.
It's not even that, bro.
Because Mahomes isn't throwing him the ball.
That's not even what I'm getting at with it. Like, I don't know how to describe the way it makes me feel when I have to keep talking about Justin Watson as like a viable part of our offense. Because you feel like
Justin Watson is mid, and our receiving core is struggling, and why are we even talking about Justin Watson?
Pretty much. Like,
I'm just saying that Justin Watson's actually getting open. Mahomes isn't throwing him the ball. So does it if we have Justin Jefferson out there and he's getting open every play and Mahomes isn't throwing him the ball, then what's the good in playing Justin Jefferson?
If Justin Jefferson was on the Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes would throw him the ball.
You think?
Yes. 100%.
Not if they played a cover 2 shell. He wouldn't know how to do it.
I think you throw it to him anyway. You just throw him the ball.
He's kind of done that with Justin Watson a few times down the field. They've been some pretty bad decisions on a few of those.
I don't know why I feel that way, but Bears and Cigars here. He says, "What are your thoughts on Nagy? He was a rough head coach for us. Wasn't a fan, but seems like he is at home in KC." Well, I mean, naturally, he was the offensive coordinator before he went to the Bears. I actually like Nagy. I think he's fine. I don't think Obviously didn't do well with the Bears, but I think he shouldn't have taken that job. That's my opinion. I think he took a job that was a lose-lose situation. Like the Bears organization was just not making the right decisions, and he didn't have really nothing to go. There was nothing for him to do there other than look like he failed as a head coach. In my opinion, I feel like he should have never taken that job.
Yeah, I don't know if he was the wrong guy for the job.
Why aren't these popping up, bro?
Like, I'm still not sold that
Jared
Nagy
Williams
wasn't
with
a
the 5
decent
bomb
coach.
You still talking? I'm sorry. I'm trying to figure out why these aren't popping up. He put this super chat in at 10:43, 10 minutes ago. 10 minutes ago.
But I
Anyway,
appreciate you. I got him on the wheel.
5 bomb from Jared. We got you on the wheel, my man. Is Mahomes falling off the mountain this year? Nope.
I don't think so. I think Mahomes is still just struggling with the stuff he always struggles with. Like, it's always the cover 2 show. It's always that he don't want to dink and dunk. But at the same time, if you go back and look, it's almost like he dink and dunked too much last year.
Yeah, obviously it worked.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I get what you're saying, but at the same time, like sometimes that's just the right decision.
He's even doing it right now. Like, think about it. In week 1, Noah Gray's running wide open a ton, and he's throwing quick hitters underneath and getting them knocked down. He's done that a few times. So I'm just saying, it's almost like he dinks and dunks when he don't have to, and then when he needs to take a shot, he dinks. And then he dunks. And then he dinks and dunks.
I mean, I get what you're saying, but what I was saying is sometimes that's the thing about it. Sometimes whether you like it or not, that's the read that you make. That's what you should be doing. And Mahomes kind of refuses to do it. Like, he's like the anti-Alex Smith, you know? Like, Alex would do it in a heartbeat. He's always making the smart play. Mahomes would rather, wait 5 minutes and see if somebody's going to get open 30 yards down the field.
Is this guy lost?
Yeah.
Whatever makes you think that anybody cares if Mahomes would have ever faced the Rams in a big game? What does that even mean? A, the Rams are trash. They don't go to big games. Actually, they did face off in a big game in Mexico that year.
Google the word chooch.
When they went to Mexico, remember, and they kind of just kept blowing whistles and stuff. So
but there was a forest fire. So
they wanted to make
California
feel better about their forest fire. But yeah, that's a stupid comment. That was a dumb comment. It didn't mean anything. Like, tell me you just want to be noticed without telling me you just want to be noticed.
You did it, though. You clicked it.
I did, because I just wanted to call him out. Here, I got one for you. Let's give him one of these.
Suck it! Suck it! We got 2 words for you! Suck it!
Suck it. Banned. No, I'm joking.
I mean, the Rams are just absolutely tearing it up this year.
Who cares about the Rams? Like, the Rams fans don't even like the Rams at this point. Like, they suck.
I like Puka Nacua.
Now, I will be for the Rams this week. I hope they beat Burrow. I don't even know if Burrow's going to play, but I hope they do. But yeah, I don't care about nobody cares about the Rams.
Hey, Pops is in the house. He's up late. He's up way past his bedtime.
He is.
What's going on, old man? Hey, it's almost game day. We'll be there. Chiefs didn't play the Rams in Mexico. They did, though.
Didn't they?
Yeah, I'm pretty positive they did. Was it? It was with Jared Goff and them. It was the year they went to the Super Bowl.
Was it in Mexico, though? I'm almost positive it was.
Chief Kelsey's got me thinking.
2018. Chiefs fall to Rams 54-51 on Monday Night Football. Wait, did they move it?
They did.
It was supposed to be in Mexico. That's what it was. And they moved it to L.A.
Hey, Chief Kelsey's always keeping us in line. You know it.
Chief Kelsey, daggone it.
We appreciate
you.
You
know weird things like that.
Hey, we got 2 bomb from Bears and Cigars. Hey, man, we appreciate the support. Yeah, that's the thing, man. I'm fine with other teams' fans being in our chat and hanging out and having a good time if they're respectable, as long as they're not saying dumb stuff.
Yep.
I mean, it actually makes it kind of fun to talk about the matchup.
It said the Mexico City got canceled because they had played there 2 years in a row, and then their playing field was found to be in deficient condition.
Yeah, I do remember that. He's right. He was right.
Yeah, and they moved it to the L.A. Memorial Coliseum. By the way, how do you move a game from a deficient field and then make everybody play in Arizona?
Yes, Pops. Do what?
I said.
Oh, yeah. How do you play in Arizona if they're dropping
Right.
games?
That field's horrible.
Yeah, absolutely horrible. Man. So, yeah, little Charlie's Pops. We're going to eat some pizza and watch some football tomorrow. Let's do that. Sounds like a plan. Get the 4:25 game tomorrow?
It is a 4:25 game, so it's going to be super late. It won't be over with till about 8-ish.
That's not bad. It's not prime time.
So when are we going to jump on and do our live
After
live reaction?
The game.
I get that. I'm trying to get a ballpark time.
It'll be all right, buddy. You'll be fine. JT's been a member for 3 months now.
I'm leaving.
What about that?
JT, come on here. Take my place really quick.
Please. Mahomes is a good player, but he's becoming too complacent when it comes to making reads. I think it's a big issue, but we ignore it because it's him. I don't know if I agree 100% with that, but I do think that we do ignore a lot of Mahomes' mistakes because it's Mahomes. I think that's the thing. Like, if you critique Mahomes, you know that the pitchforks are coming out just because it's Mahomes. And when you do critique Mahomes, it's not that you think he's bad or anything. Like, you obviously know he's the best quarterback in the league. You know what I'm saying? But like, you can still call this man out if he's making the wrong reads or what have you.
I agree. I mean, we try. Everybody will still attack you, but
yeah. So you're not totally wrong. But yeah, JT, go get your mic ready.
I'm trying to figure out why there's so many Rams fans in the chat. Like, what's going on?
Pops, why do you hate Brian Parrott?
Why? What?
Got a 2-bomb from Jared. He says, to be honest, I think it has a lot to do with Nagy. What has a lot to do with Nagy? The Mahomes thing? Is Nagy holding back Mahomes? I think that's what he's talking about. Nagy is 100% not holding back Mahomes. I'm on the other side of the fence there. And one day when my co-host comes back to reality, he will have an answer too.
I don't. Do you think? What does Matt Nagy have to do with Mahomes?
They said, do you think he's holding him back?
Why would he do? Why is that? Like, do you think we hired Nagy and Nagy wanted Mahomes and Nagy basically cheated the system to get him in here, and then Nagy comes back in his first year back as coordinator and brings Mahomes to the sideline and says, "Hey, buddy, let's not do much. Let's struggle." That doesn't make sense.
I don't think that's what they mean. I think, is it something with his scheme, like some of the play calling he's doing?
I was told that he didn't have nothing to do with it. It's all Andy Reid.
Mike, you're killing me, Smalls.
I'm not. I'm telling you what I'm being told. It's all Andy Reid. So how's it Nagy? Like, which one is it? Why are we allowed to hate Nagy when Nagy when the offense struggles? I'm just saying Nagy. And then when the offense struggled last year and we said Bieniemy, everybody said it's not Bieniemy. Reid calls it. So now
So no, the answer's no. Like, he's not.
The answer's obviously no.
Okay, go ahead, buddy.
I don't get it. The answer's obviously no. I was trying to get, somebody had asked a question. Jared. Oh, he said he put $5 on that question. Okay, I was making sure we didn't miss something because he said he paid for that. Okay, Jared, 5-bomb. Hey, your channel's growing. You have to get used to this stuff. Be excited. Fans from other genres are joining. You're being grumpy tonight, Mike. Mike's not being grumpy. Mike is just sitting here reading the chat and things, and then Steve's just attacking him for not talking about weird things.
I was just reading the comments.
You're reading the comment, and then you want me to answer something that's weird.
I didn't type the comment. This is great, Jared. Appreciate the 5, my man.
I appreciate the 5.
Give
Jared.
him another spot on the wheel.
I'm putting you back on the spot. And since you talk trash to me, I'm taking off one of your spots. So now you're back down to 1, Jared. Good job. No, I'm joking. You're back. You're on for 2, buddy. Okay, Jared, you're on for 2. So far we got Jared on for 2. Corey M is on for 2. HD Chiefs fans on for 1. I thought we had somebody else. Did we miss somebody? Did I miss somebody?
I'll double check. I don't know. I told you it's being weird about bringing up the super chats tonight.
Enrique done 2, and then Bears and Cigars done 2, and then Jared did 2. So I didn't really miss a 5, but I thought I did. Okay, I appreciate it. I got it going. We're good.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Brian Parrott says, "Get off my lawn. Get off my lawn." What's up, Lexi? Good to see you. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, back on the Nagy thing for 1 second. Like, I don't think anybody really understands what the offensive coordinator actually does in Kansas City. That's always been like an argument everybody's had. But I tend to think that they do call a lot of the offense. I think that Andy gets the ultimate say on things, and I think a lot of times you'll see Andy take over at times. But I do feel like they get a pretty good say in what goes on. And I think that Matt Nagy and I think Eric Bieniemy are going to be different types of offensive coordinators. We noticed that from, back when Matt Nagy was an offensive coordinator for the Chiefs with Alex Smith. And then kind of the different nuances of that offense as opposed to what it had been for the last few years. Whether it's good or bad, I don't know. But I think with this team that we have right now, I just think if they can get some of these younger receivers involved and get some confidence and get some kind of chemistry with Mahomes, I think it becomes a non-issue. Like, if you got Patrick Mahomes, as long as you're not calling the most ridiculous plays ever, you should be okay. That's just all there is to it.
I mean, you're fine. Kevin says, but wait, I thought it was EB's fault. We did blame EB a lot. But I think a lot of EB's problem was just
I don't think it was a play calling. Yeah, I don't think it was a play calling.
It was how I feel like he was just kind of like a locker room. Like, he just didn't get along with a lot of the guys. And like we've even come out and said it recently, I think it's just his style. Like, he expects a lot out of them, and then everybody nowadays just wants to be a wine bag. Like, look what the Redskins are doing.
No shade to Eric Bieniemy, but that's just kind of it, right? Like, I feel like all the players loved Eric Bieniemy and respected him. And you'll hear nothing but good things from players about Eric Bieniemy. So I don't think they dislike each other, but I think like mid-game in the heat of the moment, like when things were going wrong, he had a way of putting fuel on the fire and just having the team quit.
Didn't Mahomes and Bieniemy get into it before halftime one time?
Yeah, and then guess what they did in the second half? Nothing. That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like he could escalate an issue real quick. You know what I'm saying? Like, it would just make it worse. Like, I don't think he had – that might be like a flaw of his. Maybe not. Maybe it's just
but looking back on it, I'll say this. I think maybe Bieniemy held Andy responsible to at least have some sort of a run game.
That's a possibility.
We were always curious. Was EB causing it to not run, or was EB? And then we kind of come to the conclusion that EB's a running back at heart. Shouldn't he want to run the ball? So we started being like, maybe EB is wanting to run it and Andy's overriding him. And now I think you can kind of see that might have been the deal. I guess it's easy. 20/20 hindsight's always easy, I guess. Whatever that stupid quote is.
Hindsight's always 20/20.
I'll get it right in a minute. Yeah, that's right.
Man. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if there's much to that there, to be honest. But I think Eric Bieniemy was just fine as a play caller. I just think my perception was that he didn't exactly settle the guys when there was an issue. He kind of escalated it.
Scott C. from Iowa. Big if, but if the Bears take away Kelsey, who's going to step up? That's what we're all wondering. Who in the world's going to step up? Like, who would it be? Like, he missed week 1 and nobody stepped up. Like, Kadarius Toney had his chance to be wide receiver 1 and he scored more points for the other team. My best guess would be, I feel like if Kelsey gets taken out of the game, for us to continue to be good, it's going to have to be Sky Moore or it's going to have to be Noah Gray, whichever one. Like, I feel like Noah Gray would have to step in seamlessly.
Yeah.
In the double tight end sets, the 12 personnel.
Well, like you said, big if, right? Like, how many teams have been successful in taking Kelsey out of a game? Handful.
Yeah, there's been a few.
Like some Todd Bowles defenses, maybe.
But couldn't you do it? I mean, think about it. The Bears don't have anything to lose. Yeah, they're missing their best safety, but couldn't they just be like, look, we're putting our best coverage linebacker on him. He's going to shadow him all day, and we're going to play nickel defense, and we're going to cover him with our best nickel corner or something. I mean, who's to say that? And then what if they do the other method, which is what Jacksonville usually does, and that's like beat the
try to
crap
get in
out
his
of him
head.
all day.
Yeah.
The Chargers.
I think every team does that to Kelsey to an extent.
Kelsey is he's on one this year. Like, y'all want to say I'm grumpy. That boy right there is grumpy.
Mike, have you been hanging out with Travis Kelsey?
Kelsey's making tons of questionable decisions as of late. I'll put Taylor Swift at the top of that one. I don't know what he's doing, but I feel like he's just...
What's questionable about that?
I don't feel like Kelsey's football focused right now as he should be.
No, I do feel like Kelsey
Am I wrong?
has kind of... No. Look,
he's on every talk show he can get on, every podcast he can get on.
I always hate when that's like the go-to with people like, oh, they're not focused on football. But like, if you say that about Travis Kelsey right now, I don't fully disagree with you.
And I'm not saying Kelsey can't do all that. Maybe he is completely focused. I mean, he's only played one game since he's been back injured.
Yeah, but I do feel like since the Super Bowl win
strange.
and like the Saturday Night Live and then like his podcast is getting big, like I feel like he's playing more of the celebrity role.
Yeah, he's doing SNL. He's doing more commercials, commercial after commercial after commercial.
He's on TMZ dating Taylor Swift. Like it's
right. It's weird.
And some of the commercials he does is pretty questionable too. He's always doing like the most polarizing stuff. And I don't understand that either.
I don't know. Maybe they just pay him a lot of money.
I
firmly believe you don't have to believe everything you promote.
But you should. That's called morals.
You should, but do you think?
Integrity.
I don't think so. I don't think he's got... I think integrity's in the bank account.
Right. Look, Mike Pop says that we're the only podcast that don't beat around the bush and butter up the truth. Being an objective fan versus being a homer makes you a more informed fan. That is a pretty good way of summing it up, Pops. It's almost like he raised us or something.
I mean, yeah. I agree. A lot of people don't. The general public will just say that's very negative.
Mike, you will rah your little pom-poms and you'll go about your business. Don't you talk about it. Don't talk about the game or things that happened.
Don't ask questions.
Don't be negative. Don't be negative. Hey,
what are you doing?
Well, let's analyze this 10 bomb from Matt Evans. We appreciate you, brother.
10 bomb. Matt Evans is going on the board twice, baby.
Yeah, that's 2 entries.
That's 2 entries for Matt.
2 entries. And what's he getting entered for, you ask? Because you relate to the show? It's for this icy white ACU crew shirt.
What happens if you win the ACU crew shirt and you're not a member of the ACU crew?
Well, I guess by default, you're going to have to get you a membership.
I guess so. And, I think you might have to membership it.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, any $5 dono, you'll get an entry into the Wheel of Death that will be spent at the end of the night here.
What is the deal in the chat, Steve?
What happened?
Why is there 2 Rams fans in here acting like that they're running the chat and be like, what is going on?
I have not even seen it, dude. Like, does my brain completely like? I think it filters.
Like, we run this chat. What are you talking? There's 2 of you, and nobody cares what you say.
I think
what is happening?
My brain automatically filters morons out of the chat, like because I don't see it
happening, bro.
I don't even see them.
I don't even get why the Rams would even have fans at this point.
Yeah, Mike.
I know I'm acknowledging it, and it's making it worse. But I just want to laugh at him.
I just want to acknowledge it so we can do this.
Suck it! Suck it! We got 2 words for you! Suck it!
Suck it.
Suck it. Rams suck. You suck. Why not all be sucked?
I mean, I just don't get it. I don't get it. Steve, when the Chiefs... Before the Chiefs got Andy Reid and we had Palco, how many teams did we run around through talking trash on?
0. We hid like we should have.
You had a little bit of like dignity, right?
Right. Like you have none if your team sucks and you're still talking trash to the reigning Super Bowl champions. Get a life.
That don't play each other, by the way.
Get a life. And Jared Williams with the 2 bombs says, Nightbot, do your job, bro. Do your job.
What do you want Nightbot to do to him, Jared? I don't think Nightbot really cares what they
have
do.
A good one, Bears and Cigars. Hopefully it's a good game.
Yeah, brother, come see us after the game.
Yep.
You can talk trash if you win. We don't care.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, we deserve it if that happens. So And I know you would love it, so feel free. But have a good night, brother. Man. Yeah, I didn't even notice that was going on. See, maybe that's why Mike's so grumpy. He's intensely looking at the chat and seeing chooches on the chat. But me, I don't see it. I don't even see it. I still couldn't even find it to bring it up, dude. Maybe my
I don't know.
either my brain filters it or my computer automatically does it for me. It's like he doesn't want to see this.
Yeah, I was just reading some. I don't know. People are just crazy. I just really don't get it. But
I'm gonna end the poll. I had a poll up since the beginning. That was let me get this off here. What's happening? Let me end this poll. There we go. Yeah, how many passing touchdowns for Mahomes versus the Bears? 40% split between 3 and 4. That's how this bad boy is going to wrap up. I think that Mahomes is going to have his first big game of this year. Granted, he had a pretty decent game last week, but I think Mahomes is going to have a 300-plus yard day and a, let's go 4-tutty day.
Yeah, Mahomes hasn't been horrible.
No, but I think we might even get a couple of these.
Call me El Travidor.
Travador.
It's time, especially with their safety being out. It's time for some Travador. El Travador.
Yeah. Do you think? I think Travador's leaving. Like when I seen him on, was it McAfee? It looks like he's growing his beard back. I think El Travador's
He's still got that stash, though.
I mean, it's more prominent, right? But until he shaves the 5 o'clock shadow, I think he's trying to get rid of it. Sadly.
Rams gear taking over Kansas City.
I told you, I can't with these idiots.
Hold on, I know what to do with them. Look, just ban user and delete comments. Bye.
Whoa!
See, it's great. It's like this cool button.
You do that?
Yeah, there's this little button where you can do that, dude. It's amazing.
Yeah, I just meant I didn't know why you were doing it.
Now they can go. Why wouldn't I?
I don't know. They're running up our chat rate.
They're adding nothing valuable to this chat. They're making you grumpy. They're hurting my head by saying things so stupid. So, I mean, I don't have time for that. Mike, life's short. We don't have time for that.
I mean, I'm not that grumpy. You just kind of led the Mike's a grumpy bandwagon.
I did not. That was Jared. Jared did it.
No, you started it. You were saying, Mike's not paying attention. Mike's, like, shut up and let me exist. How about that? Here's what I'm doing. I'm trying to talk football. I tried to talk football. Everybody told me I was an idiot because I wasn't allowed to talk football. And then you're mad that I'm grumpy. Look, I even brought out my Jason mask today. I'm getting in the Halloween spirit.
It's about that time, bro.
Killing it. I know. I'm excited for Halloween, by the way.
See, it was my son's birthday this week, so I took him by Target, and I was like, dude, get whatever you want. Have yourself a day.
Oh, gosh. I don't even know what he did. He pick something dumb?
No, he's like really on Pixar Cars right now.
Okay.
Cars? So, yeah, anything with Lightning McQueen or Tow Mater or any of those people, Cars, whatever they are, anything with them, he wanted, right? So, of course, I was like, have yourself a day, buddy. Grab what you want. You know, it's your birthday. You get whatever you want. I had no idea how insanely expensive Pixar stuff is.
What? Yeah. What? Steve, everything's expensive.
But it's worse. It's worse.
$5
Either way, the whole point was I don't like going to the store. I don't like being at the store. I don't go to the stores often. I don't really like to go to like Target or Walmart or anything like that. I only do it when I have to. But it was full of fall and Halloween stuff.
Thanks, JT.
JT, right. What the heck, bro?
He's right.
I was trying to recruit him as your backup for when you were having your meltdown, and he sold
you're
out
also
on
right.
it.
I didn't get my daily Subway.
Dude, I've been craving Subway so bad lately. I've ate Subway at least 2 or 3 times in the last week and a half, and I wanted it again today. I still want it right now.
I made my own Subway at home, though.
That's not the same.
I made
Merman.
I cooked some chicken.
What's with you and these dang sandwiches, bro?
Yeah. I made my own chicken Philly at home. You know what bothers me about chicken Phillies or just any sandwich at home? You know what it is? It's like you always you have something at a restaurant, and you're like, I can do that at home, and then you make it, and it's never right. But even though all the ingredients are the same, which proves that all these people have like special blends of stuff. Because I'm like, why does my chicken Philly not taste right? And then I'm like, it's the cheese I had to buy. It's ridiculous, bro.
I can't with this chat, bro. This is great. Look at KY's last comment, Mike. I love it. She said you had a touch of it, son.
Yeah, she said I got a little tism. I don't. I mean, I do got a little football tism, probably. I'm like Rain Man out there trying to get in this. But
if we want to get technical about that, I think I'm more of the brother with that going on. The sensory overload.
Angry Drunken German. Hey, buddy. Haven't seen Angry Drunken in a while. Maybe
he's been around. He's been around.
Tranquil can use the snaps practice. Bolton can get healthy. And so can Kelsey for that matter. Yeah, I don't think we talked about it a little bit earlier, but I don't think Drew Tranquil's going to be a downgrade. Is he a downgrade from Nick Bolton? Yeah, technically, I guess a little bit, but I don't think Drew Tranquil's that bad.
I feel like I don't feel like it's like I wouldn't consider it like a downgrade.
I think he's gonna be fine.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a non-issue. Actually, I think it's a good week for Nick Bolton to be out. Like if he's going to be out, rest now. It's a good week for it.
Ray. Football hungry.
He's football
hungry. I'm ready to beat somebody. I'm ready to beat somebody like a pulp.
Calm down, bro.
Destroy him.
Calm down. The first rule of Fight Club is we do not talk about Fight Club. Gary Holland says, what is your favorite Halloween movie? Halloween.
Oh, yeah. The classic Halloween.
Yeah. I think so.
That's probably my favorite of all time.
And you know what's funny is I like every Halloween movie, like even the stupid ones. Like, and then even the new ones. Like everybody hating on the new ones. I like all of them. Halloween's just awesome. The Rob Zombie Halloweens were amazing. Yeah, that's my favorite, probably. There's a lot. Me and Mike watch a lot of horror movies.
Who's your least favorite? Like,
if
Halloween
maybe he's asking.
killer?
Maybe do you think he's asking which Halloween is our favorite?
No.
Okay. Well, if he was the original first one, absolutely.
Because I don't think he's specifically would have known we loved Halloween.
Why wouldn't he? I mean, if anyone can see my arm, they probably know.
Out of all the Halloween horror movie icon characters, who's the least favorite?
Good question. Let me think about that for a second.
I don't think I love. There's two.
Hold on. Don't say anything.
Actually, there's three that get a lot of hype that I just don't buy into. We're talking about Halloween right now. We're taking a football break for just about 2 minutes.
It's okay. It's Halloween time almost, right? Yeah, like a month. Let's see. Dude. I don't know. Jason Voorhees, you got him right behind you. You can't say him.
No, I like Jason. Spoiler alert. His mother's the killer in number 1.
Dude, I have no idea who you're talking about. Go ahead.
I think
Onward.
I think Chucky is not like the greatest of all characters.
You have to like Chucky though.
I mean, I don't dislike him. I'm just saying, like, I don't think he's like a horror icon.
He's a doll.
Right. It's a doll and it's kind of stupid.
But I like him.
Pinhead is kind of overrated a little bit, in my opinion. He looks kind of cool, but I don't think, like, the first movie wasn't very good at all, actually. And then I think Freddy Krueger.
My gosh, stop talking. We're done here.
Dude, Freddy Krueger's kind of dumb. Like, he can only kill you in your dream.
That's the terrifying part because you can't stay awake forever.
He was a...
Don't you talk about Freddy. And then they made him in a new movie, which was kind of dumb. But hey, either way, Freddy's pretty cool. Look, unsubbed because you talked trash on Freddy. Good job,
okay,
Mike.
Sooners. I don't care.
Hey,
okay,
Freddy's
you really
awesome.
unsubbed? If you really unsubbed...
Sub back. Look.
No, if you really unsubbed, I just want to know the real reason you
I
unsubbed.
can't turn enough, but there's Freddy right there. Boom.
Come on, I just
Sub back.
I just don't feel like Freddy. I don't feel like the Freddy movies in general are better than the Halloween movies.
No one said that.
Yeah, but like even as a character, I just feel like they're all kind of like corny.
They're supposed to be.
I get it. I'm a horror movie fan. I just
JT says Halloween movies aren't even scary. He lives in Kansas City.
Dude, you're right. Oh, okay. Senator says Freddy's the best ever. I don't know. Something about Freddy just weird to me.
Mike, Fall Forward says that's a slap nuts take, son.
Whatever. I just don't. I mean, I don't get it.
What did you not get?
Just the whole Freddy thing. It's kind of lame.
Let's move on because I don't like this. I don't like Mike's weird dislike of Freddy Krueger.
You remember when we almost had some Freddy dunks?
Oh, I did have some. I had Nike Dunks, Freddy Krueger ones.
Are they real though?
Yes, they were real.
Where did you order them?
I bought them from a dude.
Oh, I thought you ordered them off Nike's website.
No, but they were legit, and now they're gone.
Are they 100% the real dunks?
They were the old ones.
The real dunk, yeah, but they do tons of fakes.
I understand that, but no.
By the way, the real dunks go for like 20, 30, 40 grand.
Yeah, where are they at?
The flood happened, and I have no idea where they went. I don't think the flood took them. I'm just saying, like, they got boxed up. So they're somewhere in a box.
No, it wasn't the original.
If I could find them, though, and they're the originals, we'll just half it.
I don't think it was the original. I think it was like they're not fake. They're made by Nike. They're Nike Dunks, but I don't think it was like the first run of them. You know what I'm saying?
I think any Nike Dunk, though, is worth a lot.
Of the Freddy's? Yeah, they are.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm sorry, guys, Freddy. Daggone.
All right, back to football. Do you remember the Scream Chiefs, by the way? Speaking of Halloween, do you remember when the Chiefs wore ghost face after the games?
That was fun. That was like Javier Arenas and all them.
That was good. That was Marcus Peters and all those guys, right? That's who it was.
Yeah, that was a good time. That was on Monday Night Football?
Yeah, I want to find a picture of it.
Hey, Fall Forward, yes. Jim Carney, buried in Lexington. I was just at his grave over the...
Jim Varney?
Jim Varney. I don't know what's that Carney. Jim Varney. I visited his grave. He's buried in Lexington.
Yeah.
Ernest is
He's
awesome.
from Kentucky.
Ernest Scared Stupid was awesome.
Ernest was awesome. Yeah, Ernest Scared Stupid was great. I thought that was like maybe my favorite Ernest movie. I don't know though. The Christmas one's good too. Hey, I found it. Hold on.
Jim Varney.
What are you doing?
Nothing. Pops, you're
Okay.
out. Good night, Pops.
Go back to sleep, Pops. Get some
Hey, they're
rest.
making
We'll
a
see
new
you tomorrow.
Remake. They're making is it a remake or what are they doing? The Exorcist is. They're doing a new Exorcist, but I was wondering if it's a remake.
I think they are doing a remake of
Exorcist.
the original one. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah, I was
haven't really
wondering,
read
is it a
about
remake or is it a just a movie? You know
Just a
how it is.
movie.
You
Here
know
we
what
go.
I mean, like
Check this out. See that?
nope,
Can you see that?
nope.
What do you mean?
Now I see it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That was when was that? 2011.
Yeah,
Dang, we're old, dude. That don't seem like that long ago. So that wasn't Marcus Peters.
you got
Who was
Javier
it?
Arenas. I already told you this. That's
It's
Justin Houston.
Geez, it didn't seem that long ago.
I want to think that was that like the Ron Parker years, maybe?
Yeah, dude, what? I didn't think it was that long ago. That's crazy. That's a throwback though.
Angry Drunken German. This is a comment that Jeffrey Dahmer would make.
Why?
I just want to take some pictures. Remember, that was the whole thing. He would make them watch Exorcist 3.
Because it was good, man.
Okay, Senators. Yeah. Now there you go. See, we get along with that one. I'm a big Leatherface guy. I think Leatherface
I am too,
is a
but
great horror movie character.
Well, yeah, because of the crazy family and everything. I
Yeah, but
understand.
here's what I
that.
think.
It's like iconic, but
think, like,
Michael
with
Myers
me-
is better.
I'm more like, I'm more of like a real kind of creep out. You know what I mean? Like the real,
real
aspect.
creep?
Yeah, kind of. But the more real aspect I like more than like the fictional kind of crazy out of the way kind of stuff. So
But
see,
that's a lie. That's a lie too, though.
What do you mean?
You love Michael Myers. He got shot in the face with a 50 cal, and he lived.
Yeah, he did.
Nothing realistic about that.
It's because he was possessed by evil. He is evil.
All right.
You're saying there can't be real possessions, Steve?
Yeah.
Your daughter's possessed right now.
She's like, I painted a beautiful picture at school today.
Exactly. Possession.
Oh, all right. So let's get back to some football. Let's get back to this Bears game. So if you're a member of the channel, you'll get a quick video in the morning. You get that little hitter in the morning, a little pregame hitter.
Yeah, we're going to do a little pregame hitter.
Yeah, so if you're a member of the channel, not only do you get members-only live streams, but also Sunday mornings before the game, you get that quick little hitter letting us talk about the game and what our key matchups are and what our predictions are. You're going to get that every Sunday morning. So if you're not a member of the channel yet, hit the join button and become one. $4.99 a month. Starts that if you want to be Matt Castle. If you don't want to be Matt Castle, then get the Alex Smith level. Get the Patrick Mahomes level. But yeah, should do that. Also, speaking of the ACU crew, if you're new to the chat, you haven't been here all night, we are doing a Will of Death before we get off here tonight. And the winner of that will get a ACU crew shirt. If you want to be a part of that, if you want to be on the Will of Death, then any $5 dono or higher gets you on the Will of Death.
The Will of Death.
The Will of Death.
Can't wait to spin the wheel. This new wheel, I'm liking it, man.
Are you? Here's the shirt, by the way. If you want a chance to win this icy white ACU crew shirt, just a $5 dono or higher gets you on the wheel. And then we get to watch everybody cringe and squirm as they're on the Will of Death.
What's this? If they want to help, they can get me off my 5-prop parlay slide. Where are you going on? What's your plays tomorrow, Angry Drunken? What is it? Ray said there's going to be 5 TDs, 2 for Kelsey, 1 for Rice, 1 for Ross, 1 for Pacheco. If Rice and Ross both get a TD tomorrow, I think I would literally pass out. I would be so horned up, there'd be no blood left in my head.
He's going to pass straight out. Dude, this is crazy because I forgot I mentioned something about that. I was like, how did Steve know I had 2 coffees out here last night?
Yeah, because you were telling us
I forgot,
or may have not got all caffeined up. And
he didn't. I found the remainder, and it was exactly where I left it. So he didn't. He was just on one.
You sure you didn't drink it and put water back in it?
Yeah, that 2-year-old totally did that.
Could have.
And so let me sneak this back in here.
Cindy with a 5-bomb.
Heck yeah, Cindy. Appreciate
Cindy's
you.
on the wheel.
Cindy's a freaking legend, so put some legendaries in the chat for Cindy.
Cindy
wants that icy white ACU crew shirt.
Who doesn't? You know who's got one of those? Jan.
Jan's got the black one. Jan's got the black one. Pacey says that's fire. He's talking about the shirt, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, we seen Jan. Jan had one when she come to the Chew with the Crew event. They were pretty sick, actually.
I can't wait to do another event. I can just hang out with everybody again. That was a good time. I think we should definitely, obviously we want to get to a game, but I think it would be very cool to be there on an away game and do a watch party with everybody. That would be great.
Hey, Cindy with 5 gifted too.
Heck yeah, Cindy.
Appreciate you.
Cindy's doing the Lord's work tonight.
Okay, Sooners, Steve Atkins, Jan Fry Gable, Jay Kelsey, and Jack Green all gifted memberships. I said I didn't think Jan was here tonight, and she just got a membership.
Jan,
you hiding out?
She's taking it easy, bro.
Fine. You're fine.
Hey, give Cindy another spot on the wheel for the gifteds.
Right.
For the gifts.
For the gifteds.
Are we doing? She gets a lot of spaces, right?
Didn't HD do that too earlier?
Yes.
So HD technically gets 5. Do you guys want all 5 of those, or do you guys want to hand those out? It's on y'all. But you both got 5 more spots you can put on. So just let us know how you want to divide them up.
Yep. Good stuff. But yeah, I want to do. I think a watch party would be really fun. Just have everybody come meet up, eat some good barbecue, and have a watch party.
Yeah,
I think that would be cool.
If I did that though, I would want to stay all week and then catch a game at Arrowhead the next week.
Stay the entire week, yeah.
Screw it. What if you had like a Monday? Well, no. Yeah, because that's the earliest you could get would be like a Monday night game and then a Sunday. So, yeah, that can't work. Dang. I thought I'd come up with a good idea there. Cindy says, share the love. Hand them out, please.
Oh. Okay. How do we want to go about this? Cindy,
Nightbot.
you're awesome, by the way. Nightbot's going to pick 5 people for you,
Nightbot's
Cindy.
picking 5 people. So do hashtag.
Sure.
Okay, that was anticlimactic. I was going to do hashtag thanks Cindy. Hashtag Cindy.
Okay, hashtag Cindy. And that is Cindi. So get it right.
Here, wait.
Pay the
Don't start
price.
putting them yet. Giveaways. Keyword. Hashtag Cindy.
Look, everybody's hashtag shirting because of me. My
I know
bad.
you screwed it up.
I got to do the hashtag Cindy.
Hashtag Cindy.
So you guys
everyone.
that did shirt, you got to redo it.
Oh,
Cindy.
it's getting it now.
Cindy's
Hashtag
spreading the
Cindy.
love.
We're all doing it. Hashtag Cindy. Technically, HD Chiefs fans got 5 to give away too, but he may have already bailed out.
Well, if he did, then just give them all to him, man. It's only fair.
Yep, that's what I'll do. I'm excited. Let's see. We'll give y'all like 2 or 3 minutes to do hashtag Cindy because Cindy's awesome. And yeah. We'll do that, and then I'll spin it. We'll let Nightbot go after it. If y'all talk nice to Nightbot now.
He's going to pick 5 people, though. Make sure it's Cindi, Brett Holloway. Or it won't pick you up.
Brett. I got Brett. He's on. It's showing him. It
Oh,
shows
does
me
it?
who's eligible. So right now it says only 17 people it's
How
picking
did
up
it
on.
pick up on
18
that? That's
people.
crazy. Okay.
Yep.
Nightbot's smarter than I give him credit for, isn't he?
Yeah. Oh, HD said, I said give 1 to Brian Parrott and the rest to others. Sorry, HD, I didn't see that. Okay, so
Nice.
I'll put Brian Parrott on for 1.
Brian Parrott, you should be happy. Everybody loves you. Like, all you do is
Brian
talk
Parrott.
trash and stuff, and people love you. They're always
He's on.
giving you stuff.
So look, after we do hashtag Cindy, we'll pick 5, and then we'll do hashtag HD, and that will pick 4 more. But don't do hashtag HD until the Cindy drawing's over, or Nightbot will not pick you up. Timothy said Nightbot is legendary. Hey, if Nightbot picks Timothy, I'm going to crack up, because that will prove that Nightbot can be bought.
Lego's
So we
in
should
the
change
house.
his name to Nightbot.
What's up, Lego? Yeah. Well, I think everyone's had a pretty good amount of time to put in hashtag Cindy.
Yeah, let's do it. Why not?
So do your job, Nightbot. Let's see
Come on,
who's getting
Nightbot.
on. Let's see who's getting on the wheel of death.
Let's let him pick one here. I'm just making sure nobody else is putting it. Okay, I seen Ray throw it.
Okay,
in.
Sooner says Nightbot's a Freddy fan.
Okay, here we go.
All right, what do we got?
KY.
Nice, because
Okay,
she
so I'm
called
gonna
you.
put-
Hey, she called you out earlier, so I like it.
She did, so I'm actually not putting her name on the wheel. No, I'm joking. Okay, roll it.
Gary.
Gary's going on the wheel. Gary's on the wheel. Roll it.
Nightbot's being a little slow.
Cheaper.
Cheaper.
6'5".
I think he sweet talked to Nightbot a little bit.
He may have.
He did. He said, "You're looking good tonight, Nightbot. Did you lose some weight?"
What is that? 2 more? We need 2 more?
Yeah, 2 more.
2 more. Roll it.
Lego, you're always out at the club or working. Alicia Marie.
You can find him at the club. Sorry, I can't continue.
He's
to say
you live your best life, Lego.
that.
You
Alicia Marie.
have yourself a night, brother.
Have yourself a night.
All right, 1 more from Nightbot, right?
Yeah. We need 1 more from Nightbot. Here we go. Roll it. Oh, I already know who won it. I seen it pop up when I clicked it.
Did you?
Jeremiah de las Muertes.
Oh, heck yeah, that's
I
awesome.
seen it when it clicked because it almost does it instantly.
He actually, I think, said, "Pick me, Nightbot."
See? Daggone. I think Nightbot listens. Okay. Hashtag Hold up. Let me reset this.
Hashtag
So we got to
HD.
pick 4 more. Let me reset this Nightbot so he can pick something different. Hashtag HD is all you got to put. Hashtag HD, and we'll let Nightbot pick 4 more people. So throw it up in the chat. Hashtag HD. There it is. We got it going, baby. We got it going. These are fun. By the way, we'll probably spin it with about 10 minutes to go in the live. So we'll probably give you like 12 more minutes. So if you want to get on the board and you don't want to win it this way, or you want more, any donation that's $4.99 or more, we appreciate it. It all goes back into the channel. It all helps us. We don't really get to quit our day job, but maybe I can take off an hour early. Who knows? One of these days it'll get to that point.
Eventually, yeah, we'll be doing this full time, and we'll have better, more content. It's going to be great.
Oh, yeah. The content.
Not more better, but better and more.
Some guy wrote, Dov Kleiman on Twitter.
Yep.
Wrote another personal foul on Deshaun Watson. What is going on with him? This was weeks ago when he got those personal fouls against Pittsburgh.
Yep.
I just had a 90-year-old guy like my comment on Twitter, and I said he hasn't been milked in a while. Pent up frustration.
How do you know he's 90?
Because his profile picture, he's like the oldest dude ever.
His Twitter name is
I'm 90
90 years old. Yeah.
But he liked the comment that said he hasn't been milked in a while. It's disgusting, bro. Why are old people on Twitter just liking milked up comments?
That's great. Brian Parrott says if he gets another spot from Nightbot, it goes to Pacey. Mental note.
Who
Noted.
is it?
Noted. I got it. Don't worry about it. Noted.
Oh, Brian. If he wins, it goes to Pacey. Gotcha.
Where are Chiefs fans at, by the way? Maybe you guys in the chat can help me out with this one. I've noticed every time the season starts, I feel like the traffic on YouTube gets slower. Have you noticed that?
Does
it's
it really, or is it
like,
just the overwhelming amount of content?
That could be it too.
And then people can't watch everything.
But
right?
at the same time, though, I'm just like, man, it's actually football season now. Like it's time to be doing things like this and having some fun. And it's like, where'd everybody go?
Where in the world is it? Look, I'm gonna apologize. By the way, the guy was not 90 years old. I just clicked his picture, and he's probably closer to like 36.
Good try though.
He just looked really old in his
It's a
profile
good guess.
picture. Well, the profile pictures are like what? This big? Like the dot on Jason's helmet is how big I see that the picture. So I mean, come on. What can I do? Yeah, Kenneth's on. There is a lot of channels doing Chiefs content. Dude, they're popping up every day. They're popping up every second. I don't think there's a day goes by on X that I don't see somebody be like, hey, guys, should I start a Chiefs podcast? And I'm like,
nah, probably not.
Don't do it. It's like, I don't care if you do it, but it's like, you're going to just be in for a world of hurt because it's hard. Like, it's hard to get anything going.
Yeah.
It really is. Like, we're thankful for you guys because we've kind of grew pretty good. I mean, by all standards, like pretty good.
By all like real world standards.
Yeah. By all metrics, I'm pretty sure All Chiefed Up as a channel is in the top like 4% of YouTube channels in all the world. Like, think about that, Steve. That's insane. Maybe
that's
even top
weird.
3%.
That's a weird stat. That's a weird stat, but it's true because there's so many channels.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
Well, because I mean, basically anybody that has a YouTube kind of has a channel by default, right? Because
right.
Yep, but it's true, man. There's a lot of people out there, dude, for real. So it's tough. And then you even get the fakes that just post ESPN clips all day long. So all day long, I bet you YouTube's got 2,000 videos that somebody will title Chiefs in the title, or it'll be about Mahomes or Kelsey, because Kelsey's everywhere. So any of them, and then they all fight for space. So when anybody goes and search Chiefs, they've got literally like 30,000 videos to show to people, and it's like the odds of us getting shown very minute. I think the only one that really gets shown on the reg is Cole, because he's so big. It's almost like he's so big.
If you type Chiefs on the internet, Cole's going to be in your doorstep.
He's so big that like he's just going to keep getting bigger, because like he's at the top of the food chain right now, and like so they don't have nothing to do, so they just throw out the biggest channel. So yeah.
All right. It's not like I'm going to pick this hashtag. We need 4.
Let's do it.
Go ahead and
we
get
need
that
4.
done. Yeah.
I wish I could just tell Nightbot to click 4.
Just do it. It's okay.
But he can't. So here we go. Let's go.
Because it's almost time to do the Wheel of Death, sir.
It is.
Nightbot says podcast for that ass after you put in ACU. That's funny.
Did he say the winner?
Optimistic James.
Oh, there we go. Optimistic James. With 1. We need 3 more, baby. We need 3 more. Nightbot, roll it.
Come on, Nightbot.
Come on. Gary.
Gary already got one.
He got one. Does he get 2? Gary, do you want 2 spots, or do you want to give it away?
Go ahead.
We'll let Gary decide. Where you at, Gary? I see you. Gary. Gary, do you want 2 spots? Do you want those spots? Maccaberry says, your channel is the best. Cole is fun to watch, and he is such a nice guy. How can you hate on him? But ACU is my favorite Chiefs channel. Yeah, I don't think... Do people hate on Cole? I think Brian Parrott hates on Cole.
Nah. I don't see a whole... I'm sure he gets every now and again. We get haters.
Everybody
too.
gets... Yeah, you ought to see our comments.
Yeah. We're pretty nice guys, too. Are you saying we're not nice, Maccaberry?
Daggone it, Maccaberry. I'm putting Gary down. Oh, no, Gary says give it up. Never gonna give
right, go ahead. Keep it going, Nightbot. We need 3 more.
Then. Uh-oh. Boots. Nitobus. Am I pronouncing that right?
It don't matter. Just say Boots. Boots got it. Go on, Nightbot. Do your thing.
Boots, you here, buddy? I like the name Boots. I guess Boots has to be here.
That's Dora's sidekick, bro.
Is it?
Yeah, Dora the Explorer and Boots.
But the last name's Nitobus?
No, I don't know about that. Come on, Nightbot.
Oh, I seen it.
What we got?
JT.
Oh, JT's on the Wheel of Death.
JT. I put in both. I put his real name and I put "Don't Run" on it, just in case he don't know who he is. Okay, roll it. Bambino. Bambino is a Raiders fan. He's got a Raiders hat on. Bambino, are you a Raiders fan?
Does he want an ACU crew shirt?
Do you really want a crew shirt, or was you doing it as a joke? Wait, if you're watching the Chiefs, much respect.
He's on the fence, brother. He's making the change. He's thinking about it.
Right.
He's tired of losing.
KY said, I started watching Cole and then your channel started showing up in my feed. Glad I found you. I'm glad you told us we showed up in your feed, because we're starting to think we don't work like that.
It doesn't do that. I said,
yeah, YouTube told me the other day, they were like, bro,
it's too much ugly on one channel.
It threw up, we just spun again. Jeremiah won again. Man, see, he's sweet talking Nightbot. Jeremiah, do you want it? You want to give it to somebody else? Yeah, I didn't hear from Bambino. Was that his name? Bambino, if you're here, let me know, man. I'll throw you up. I don't care if you're a Raiders fan or not. If you want it, you can have it. It was Bambino 2678, I believe.
Ballsy Play said that we showed up in his recommended too, and he's glad he found us.
Okay, maybe YouTube is working. It don't tell us. Jeremiah says respin it. Uh-oh. Jeremiah respins his spin, and it looks like Brenda.
Brenda! That's a good one.
Brenda. So we got one more, right?
No, that was it, right? You needed to give out 4. One went to Brian Parrott.
Brian gets it? Okay.
Yeah.
Fine with me.
That's what HD said to do. Give one to
okay.
Bryant and then spin 4.
Gotcha. So optimistic, Boots, JT, Brenda, Brian Parrott.
I want Leo to get his first
Thank
sack
you.
tomorrow. I love watching Leo come off the edge. It's awesome. So, yeah, I hope we see that tomorrow, and I hope we see Leo light up Justin Fields.
Me too. Okay. I'm about ready to start spinning the wheel. You will spin. Let's give them 2 minutes. We'll start spinning at 11:50. If you want to get your last, if you want your last thing in, you can throw it out. Do y'all think Leo freaking Chanel gets his first sack? Steve, you just read that, right?
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Chiefs fan? Yeah, I think they're gonna rush him off the edge a lot tomorrow. Hopefully,
I hope so.
Wouldn't you like to see Leo turn into like Khalil Mack or something? Like a linebacker that just edge rushes like crazy. That's what I want to see. Hey,
I'd be okay with that.
It's Mountain Dew time. Pop it. I'm about to get hyped up on Mountain Dew and talk about Andy
Lord.
Reid's first 15.
Here we go again, guys. Now, appreciate you guys watching and hanging out with us tonight. It's always fun. Hit the like button for us if you haven't done that yet. It just takes a second. It helps us out. Also, if you're new to the channel, thanks for being here. We do Chiefs content a lot. Hit the sub button, hang out with us. We're trying to get to 20K. Chief Kelsey just said we're at 12.9K going on 20. That's right. That's right, Chief Kelsey. We're going on 20. We're going to get there.
We're almost to 13.
So if you haven't subscribed yet,
maybe we'll get 13 by the weekend.
Yeah, maybe.
That's pretty good.
How's that Mountain Dew treating you?
Pretty good. It's burning. It's hitting the spot. It's giving me a little tingle.
Is it really cold and you get the crispy tingle?
Yeah, listen. I got the tingle. I got the burp.
Yeah, but we're getting ready to do this Wheel of Death here in just a second. So,
death.
Hey, I just want to give everybody their fair shot. Wheel of Death. $5 dono or more gets you on the Wheel of Death to win the ACU Crew Icy White shirt, which Mike will show you. Pull that up. Yeah. And all the money goes to supporting the channel, keeping this thing going, growing. You know, eventually we have some ideas of where we see this channel getting to. It's just going to take some time to get to where we want to get, but I think it's something that you guys will enjoy. I think big picture, you guys are really going to enjoy it just as much as you enjoy Taylor Tots there.
I accidentally brought up Taylor Tots instead of the shirt. There it is. The Icy White ACU Crew. It's like a marble, right? Like a marble ACU Crew. It looks like a countertop.
I'm going to get one of those, just so you know. I'm going to get one of those.
So wait, they come in different colors? There's a white one.
There's a black and a red.
Black one?
Black, red,
so
white.
It's all white font, right? Is that what it is?
Yes.
Gotcha.
Hey, have a good night, Kathy.
Kathy.
Thanks for hanging out.
Thanks for hanging out.
All right. Well, I think that we're going to do this.
It's time for the Wheel of Death. Let's go.
Everybody that's in is going to be
let's
in.
call it winter camo.
There we go.
I like it. Add it to the stage. Look at the new Wheel of Death, by the way.
I can't see the names as good, though.
I was zooming in. Wait, you can't see the names on that one, but you can see it on yours?
Oh, everybody else probably can. You know how tiny my screen is, like where we're looking?
Right.
No, you're fine. Like if I zoom it to full screen, yeah, I can see it. So everybody else can see it. I was just complaining out loud. That's all. You don't need to do that. You don't
because I was trying to blow it up and it's not really going. So
no, you're good. You're good.
We're good. Let's close the ad so we can see it. Let's spin it. By the way, you do not want your name to come up. That means you lose.
Mike, it says you have an empty spot. What's HCT Sam talking about? Is there an empty spot?
Yeah, there was. I took it off.
Oh, okay.
You guys will see that happen in just a second. The empty spot was just waiting for me to add another name. Okay. Or if the empty spot won, everybody just loses and Mike wins.
Enrique, have a good night, brother. Appreciate the support, man.
Good seeing you, man. Mike Stevens. Good to see you, Mike Stevens. He says a 5-burger for Mahomes. Daggone right, Mikey.
Let's go.
Hit that sub button. Follow ACU. You sound like a guy we want in here. You sound like a guy. Angela says, I like the new wheel. I do too. Let's spin it. Let's see how it goes.
Give that bad boy a spin.
Let's roll. Do you guys hear it?
Yeah, I hear it.
Uh-oh, Corey. Boom, boom. He was the first donator.
That was loud, bro.
They said, "Damn, that sucks."
It
does suck because he didn't win.
Watchdog said he wanted a spot. Just a little late, man.
Did he pay? If he paid, I'll throw him in.
No, I didn't see it.
Here we go. Spin it again. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Brenda. Uh-oh, here we go.
The ridiculous sound effect.
It's the sad horn.
Womp womp.
It's the sad horn. Womp, 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 womp.
So much overkill.
Cole says he loves the new wheel. Everybody should love the new wheel.
Hey,
look, the new wheel is
fire.
fire. It is, isn't it? It looks
I like
cool.
it. I'm digging it. Let's go.
It's got our ugly faces on it. Let's roll. Let's roll it
Keep
again.
it moving, baby.
Oh, Brian Pear's gone. The new wheel don't like Brian.
It just rubs it in. It's like it adds the insult to injury there. Womp womp.
Wonk wonk. One more time. Let's roll. JT's out. Wonk wonk.
Hey, Watchdog, that sucks, man. We're just a little too late. Next live stream, though, we might do another one for another piece of merchandise, and you can get in on that one, my man.
What is going on here? Okay, I'll just make sure I didn't click the wrong thing. Here we go.
Did JT call that he was going to be the one out?
Maybe.
He did. He saw the future.
Oh, one of Mats are off the board.
Gary says if he wins, he's giving it to Brenda.
Oh, nice.
All right. Keep it rolling.
Roll it. Oh.
Jeremiah.
The new wheel's kind of cool, but the new wheel kind of rubs it in on you.
Yeah,
I like it.
Being a little cruel.
Oh, Corey. That's both a Corey out. Damn. That sucks.
That's what it says.
I know. Roll it.
Watchdog, the winner gets a ACU crew shirt. It's an icy white.
Alicia.
The winter
Sorry,
camo.
Alicia. Sorry, Alicia. They get this, Watchdog. The ACU crew white marble, icy white, winter camo. Roll it. KY, that's what she gets for talking trash to me. Just kidding. Damn, that sucks, KY.
I like how you say that every time, even though it's saying it to them while it mocks them.
I know, it's mocking them a little, and it's kind of funny. So I'm just saying, like, hey, sorry, guys. KY, no hard feelings, really. I know you were joking with me. I'm just playing.
She wasn't, though. She was being serious. She's being dead serious.
Probably.
She said you were a chooch.
Optimistic James is out. Damn, that sucks, Optimistic James. Should we take bets on not a person, but should we take bet on what color is going to win it? Is it going to be gold, red, or white?
KY says she didn't want your stupid shirt anyway.
Dang it. I'm putting
That's
her in
awesome.
timeout. Hold up.
She might be my favorite person in the chat at the moment, just because she's giving you so much crap today.
Right.
Cole, I think Willie plays tomorrow.
Yeah, I think Willie's going to play, man. Oh, Willie.
All right, keep it rolling, baby.
Let's spin it.
You're drawing it out for dramatic
Boots
effect.
is gone.
I like it.
Damn, that sucks, Boots. Spin it. Oh, one of Jared's are out. Sorry, Jared. At least I'm only half sorry. You still got a whole other.
You still have a shot.
Oh, not anymore.
Mike, stop jinxing this man.
I didn't jinx him.
You gave him the good old.
Damn, that sucks, Jared.
Gave him the good old announcer.
All I said was I
The
wasn't.
jinx is real.
Oh my God, are y'all
Keep it
blaming
going.
me for that?
Yeah, I bet Jared's blaming you for it too.
Jared, don't blame
Keep it
me.
rolling. Keep it rolling.
Oh,
Oh,
Gary
keep-
survives. Chiefer, by the way, throw some legendaries and ketchup for Chiefer, by the way, for being an awesome mod,
Is he even a mod?
isn't he?
Yes, I'm just
Yeah.
joking. I was
Why
just
are you
making.
saying this?
I
Brian
was just.
Parrott gone. Brian, didn't Brian already get out? Did he have 2?
Brian, you had 2 chances and you still lost. Won't won't.
Did I accidentally put him in twice? and he
Probably.
still
Hey, he still lost.
wait, I just want to laugh for a minute. Wait, so we actually put Brian in twice and the Will hated him both times? Brian, I'm sorry, dude.
Oh,
I
man.
didn't. I'm not laughing at you losing. I'm laughing at the fact that the Will hates you.
That was Pacey's.
Okay.
Remember, he gave one to Pacey. I knew that. I just.
Oh, okay. You're right. That was Pacey. We just didn't switch the name.
Yeah.
Here we go. Dude, we're down to like 4 or 5 on the wheel. 4 or 5.
Oh,
4.
one of each color's left too.
Oh, Gary. Damn, that sucks,
Mike,
Gary.
you were having people guess the color, and then look what it did.
Whoa.
Oh,
I like it. I like it.
Jenna,
Wait,
good to
what's Jenna
see you.
say?
She says,
Some
long-time listener, just figured out how to get on your pod. Hey, that's awesome. Good to see you.
Jenna. Wait,
Appreciate
by the
you
way,
listening.
I'm bringing you up, Jenna. Look at Jenna. What's up, Fockers?
I love it.
Man, I love that.
She
by
fits
the
right
way.
in.
Yeah, you're going to fit in perfectly here.
I'm glad you found it.
Thanks, Jenna. You Focker. You're out. Here we go. Oh, man. We're down to 3, everybody. Gold, red, or white. Put it in the chat. I'm excited to see who wins. Let's go.
Yeah, like Chiefer said, all legends left on this wheel.
Oh, Cindy. And why did it autocorrect her name to a Y, by the way?
Don't blame it on an autocorrect.
Well, I know Cindy's an I. We all talked about it for 10 minutes. Sorry, Cindy. Oh, but look, HD Chiefs fan and Matt Evans.
Ooh.
Matt, are you related to Bob, the breakfast chain restaurant?
Or Mike, the receiver?
Or Mike, the wide receiver? Let's go. You do not want to see your name pop up. It's the last one on, by the way. Let's go. Oh, it's going to be HD Chiefs fan for the win.
Dude, how did JT call this entire thing?
Did he?
He called when he was going out. He called HD was going to win. I think. Is he colluding with the will of death?
Wait,
Do
we're
I-
going to get,
Do I sense collusion?
before I
Hey.
spin this,
Congrats,
What?
HD Chiefs fan. Well deserved. Well deserved. He's been a big supporter of the channel. So
oh yeah, here we
good
go.
stuff. Good stuff.
We're spinning it. This should switch it.
What's it going to do? What's it doing?
Hooray! Winner! HD Chiefs. This new will is fire, by the way. Look, best will ever. Congratulations, HD Chief fan. And HD put out 5 gifted and got 5 extra people in too. So see, you were rewarded for your kindness. The universe rewards you, kind sir. And I'm excited.
Congrats, HD Chiefs fan. Make sure to
HD
email us.
says- Wait, HD says, if I give you another $5 dono, can you give Brian Parrott a camera?
To give us a $35 dono, we'll get him a hat.
Look, next time we'll do a camo hat giveaway, and for everybody that donates, we'll add
put Brian on the
Parrott's
board?
name to the wheel,
That's a great idea. It's called the Brian.
just to see
Parrott
how
Will of
many
Death.
times Brian Parrott can get.
What if he
kicked
still
off the wheel.
lost, bro?
That's the funny of it. That's what we're gonna do. We're doing a Brian Parrott camo hat giveaway, and for every entry, Brian Parrott gets an entry. That's hilarious. That's the freaking most hilarious thing I've ever come up with, by the way.
That's pretty funny. We should totally do it.
Jenna says, I've been trying to give you guys the likes you asked for. You pop up on my YouTube every time. Yes. See, we learned tonight that YouTube's actually putting us on people's pages, which, by the way, the analytics say they do not. Yesterday it said, your channel watchers are not watching your video. We will not be showing it to anyone. I was like,
Wait. HD Chiefs fan, are you asking instead of you winning your shirt that we send Brian Parrott a camo hat instead?
Wait, is that what you're doing? And then you're going to run my Brian Parrott camo hat giveaway? How dare you, HD Chiefs fan?
No, Brian says take your shirt. We got way too many cool people in our chat.
Yeah,
you know what? Like,
it is
everybody's
too
always
cool.
giving stuff
So
away to
HD,
everybody.
I'm giving HD. No. He's saying, yeah, he'll give us another $5 if we'll send Brian Parrott the hat.
What?
Look, how about this? How about we send you the shirt? We let you win this time. And the next time we do the Brian Parrott camo hat giveaway, just donate the extra $5 there, and it'll give Brian 2 more entries. There you go. See? Because he'll get one for your donation and his donation.
The Brian Parrott hat Will of Death. It's going to be so fun.
If Brian Parrott can't even win the Brian Parrott camo hat Will of Death.
He gets entered for every time someone else is entered.
Yeah, he gets an entry for every entry. And if he still can't win that, I think I might just give it to him. Like, for real.
You're going to feel so bad for him. You're going to hand deliver it.
Look, if the Chiefs beat the Bears by more than 20 points, Brian Parrott gets 20 extra entries on the will too. 20 extra entries, by the way.
Jenna,
plus an entry for every.
Jenna becoming a legend quickly around here. She's already a member.
Jenna is a legend. Legendary's in the chat for Jenna.
Heck yeah. Appreciate that, Jenna. Welcome to the ACU crew.
Welcome.
And if some of you guys are not a member of the ACU crew, you should be. It starts at $4.99 a month. And we do a members only live stream once a month where we give away stuff as well. And then we try to give a little, we're working on doing more content for members only. Right now we're doing Sunday mornings. We're going to do a quick, just a game, like a game thing. Like we're going to give you our top matchups and predictions and stuff like that. It'll just be members only on that. So
yeah, we're getting ready to record that right now, actually.
yes, sir. Yeah, we appreciate you guys being here with us tonight. It's always a good time. Always a good time. Shout out to everybody that donated. Really appreciate you guys. Shout out to the mods for doing a great job and getting rid of those Rams bums and all that good stuff. Shout out Nightbot for being a weird little droid. What about that?
He is a weird little droid.
Mike, would you trade Nightbot for BB-8?
I love BB-8.
I do too.
What about
Nightbot? Hey, cover your ears,
C3PO?
Nightbot. Cover your ears. No, he's annoying.
I once named myself, you know, you got to do usernames on things. I named myself C3P hole.
Okay, that's it. We say something else so we can end it on something better than that.
Okay, I'll end it on something else. Give me a second. Here we go.
Suck it! Suck it! We got 2 words for you! Suck it!
Good night, Chiefs Kingdom. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
There goes a sight from my soul.